Sam Rosen, Dave Maloney, John Giannone back at the Garden in Boston, where Henrik Lundqvist is getting set to face the Boston Bruins. Second meeting of the season between these two teams. Rangers won in New York in a tight game when Joe Thornton was still with the Boston Bruins. And across the way is Tim Thomas. Andrew Raycroft started skating. He may be back soon. Hannu Toivonen has got a high ankle sprain, and it doesn't look like he'll be back anytime in the immediate future.
And just a day or two ago, Boston did pick up Craig Simpson from Chicago in a bit of a deal, waiver deal. In the meantime, you know what we have? We have MVPs from last year playing against one another. Henrik Lundqvist was the MVP goaltender in the Swedish Elite League. Tim Thomas, the MVP in the Finnish Elite League.
And one minor correction, that was Craig Anderson.
I'm sorry,
Chicago.
Sam.
That's okay. We are underway. Wayne Primo against Marty Straka on the faceoff. Straka, Ruchinski, and Jágr with Malik and Roosevelt for the Rangers. Wayne Primo came over from San Jose. And the puck all the way down. The race for the puck. Jágr trying to negate the icing. Touch made by the Bruins first. Icing is the call.
Let's take a look at Jaromir Jágr as he stares down that icing puck, and he'll make his way back. The face-off in the Ranger end of the ice. And I think it's very important that the Rangers get back to that game, Sam, where there's those small little passes. 6, 8, 10, 12 feet. That means there's good support on the puck. Good support on players, good support on the puck. Pass by Malik, a little long, icing's the call, Sam.
Straka and Primo. Primo is with P.J. Axelson and Brad Isbister, one-time Islander. Pass intercepted. Primo's backhander goes wide. Wayne Primo had a tremendous goal in the game against Philadelphia in the third period, a highlight reel goal. He's got the puck here. Checked by Ruchinski. Takes it hard around the net. The wraparound blocked with a stick. Rebound save. Another save. Lundqvist stays with it. Rangers a little careless in the defensive zone.
Very, very lethargic defensive posture by the Rangers here. You see a lot of reaching going on. As now Primo will spin around and he'll spin out. Now he's not doing anything overly creative, Sam. He buries that kind of left side, throws it to the net. Early in a hockey game, 2 or 3 scrum-like opportunities for the Bruins will put the Rangers back on their heels a little bit. Bruins a nice job here the first shift in the offensive end of the ice.
Their top line comes on as that shot by Milan Jurčina was blocked. Long pass down for Peter Pruka. He sent flying. The puck was touched with a high stick. And then Jurčina took down Pruka. Jurčina's slow to get up. A rookie from Slovakia.
Well, again, this puck, Pruka's going to kind of tap it down here. It'll be a tap down. Then he chases it down. And that's like 6'12" against 5'0" and the 5'0" Peter Pruka goes over as Jurčina's leg was just kind of dragged a little bit there and caught Pruka as he cut to the middle.
I was wondering if he might have extended that a little bit.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, the Rangers send it ahead. It's deflected up in the air, bounces down. Peter Sikora centers, and it's taken away by Brad Boyes. The line is Bergeron, number 37, with Boyes, number 26 on the right, and Marco Sturm, number 16. Hard hit by Kasparaitis on Bergeron, shoved him hard to the boards. Sikora takes over. Sikora with Ruchin and Pruka. Sikora gets off a shot that Thomas stops. Sikora the rebound. That's knocked aside by Thomas again. Brad Stewart, number 6, the other man in the trade for Joe Thornton on defense, former number 1 draft pick for the San Jose Sharks. Jason Strudwick on with Tom Poti. Rangers sent Thomas Polk back to Hartford. He's playing for the Wolfpack tonight against the Providence Bruins. And we'll play again tomorrow when Hartford plays again. Last night Hartford lost 2-1 to the Providence Bruins in Providence.
Poti takes one off the foot. A little bit of a slap dumper by Samsonov. Sammy seems to be okay.
Nieminen knocked away from him. Puck picked up by Samsonov. The shot went off of Strudwick and to the near side, where Nieminen sends it ahead for Nylander. As the Nylander circles, Rangers are changing. Nylander controlling the puck, and Rangers complete the change. Roosevelt tipped it to Jágr. Jágr looking for Ruchinski. Goes to Straka instead. Saved by Thomas.
And a great leg save by the Bruin netminder. We're going to get a penalty here. I think it's a too many men on the ice call. This is you're going to see Straka way to the left of the screen. We're not going to see him, but who sees him is Jaromir Jagr. There's Straka right there. What happens too is if you watch Brzezinski come through the middle, and he'll kind of open up that lane that'll give Straka the opportunity to get a chance from the good pass from Jaromir Jagr. And it looks like Rangers will go on the power play here, Sam.
It is too many men on the ice. Ben Walter will serve the penalty, and the Rangers get an early power play. The Rangers' power play has really been struggling. They did score one in Pittsburgh where they won 1 for 5. They've scored only 2 power play goals in their last 5 games and 3 in their last 8. Puck knocked away. Ruchinski recovers. Teuton and Ruchinski play the points. Jagr with Straka and Pruka up front. Nick Boynton with a hit on Pruka knocked the helmet off. Pruka recovers the puck. Boynton shoves him. Ruchinski's got it. Now Pruka, checked again by Nick Boynton. Ruchinski for Fedor Teuton. Marco Sturm after him. Sturm and Bergeron. That's a good offensive pair, killing the penalty here with Hal Gill and Nick Boynton. Sturm tried to chip it out of the zone. Now he sweeps it clear.
The Bruins very, very aggressive on their penalty kill in the defensive zone. Now they'll be more aggressive with Bergeron and Sturm because they can both move, Sam. So there is a bit of a threat on a shorthanded situation, but good aggressive defensive penalty killing by the Bruins.
Rangers bring on Sikora, Nylander, and Ruchin up front. Ruchinski and Poti at the points. Puck is fired out, knocked down. Good play by Poti as it didn't go the length of the ice, and he took a hit from Travis Green. Sikora drops it off for Nylander. No shots on goal on this power play. Ruchin's got the puck. 30 seconds to go in the man advantage. Malik to Nylander. Malik goes to the front of the net. Nylander's got the puck, looking and shooting, and is blocked. Nylander again, playing it across. Brad Stewart blocked the last shot. Shot by Poti. That's blocked. Bruins had 23 blocked shots in their win over Philadelphia on Thursday night. Stewart had 6 blocks alone.
Well, again, what they do, Sam, is they collapse down low, and they've got some big bodies in that blue line. It's important that puck gets through, even if the Rangers have to think to get it to a corner or by that blocking defender.
Power play is over. Teams are at full strength and no shots on goal on that man advantage. Dominic Moore takes a hit from Urchina, and the puck played by Wayne Primo. No score in the game. 4:45 gone by. Takeaway by the Rangers. Moore just missed the pass from Ortmeyer. Moore, Ortmeyer, and Hossa on for the Rangers. Hossa with a hit on Ben Walter. Teuton backhands it ahead. It's knocked down by David Tanabe. One-time Carolina Hurricane, first-round draft pick. Big shot by Teuton, missed the net. And Boynton plays it for Boston. Bruins without Brian Leetch. Second time these teams have met, and Brian Leetch has not been able to play. Had a knee injury last time, currently out with a groin injury. Then Lacouture, in front save by Lundqvist on Bergeron. What a pass by Lacouture for Bergeron. Samsonov for the puck. Great scoring chance. Boynton with a shot. Save Lundqvist, no rebound.
Boy, the Bruins get a good opportunity here as Fedor Teuton kind of turns the wrong way and the puck comes through the middle. Henrik Lundqvist does make a, from our folks at Panasonic, the digital replay, ideas for life. We're going to see this puck come to the middle, and Fedor Teuton kind of out of a tepid kind of defensive role. He'll come in the meat. You can't be in that body position. You've got to be closer, particularly for a guy like Bergeron. You've got to pay attention to the talent that's on the ice. Henrik Lundqvist makes a good save to keep the score at 0.
Puck is pushed out of the zone, almost thrown out by Sikora. 5:45 gone by, first period, no score. Lundqvist comes out sharp. That was a really tough chance, and he came up big. Boynton with a long pass that's tipped into the zone by Lacouture. Tom Fitzgerald on with Dan Lacouture, who centers, deflected away by Lundqvist. Fitzgerald has it back, gave it up to Ruchin. Sends to Sikora, now Pruka. Off the end boards, Andrew Albert sends it around. Pruka missed it, and Tanabe able to clear the zone to P.J. Axelson. Albert sends it wide of the net, played off the boards by Malik. Axelson, who's a friend of Henrik Lundqvist, almost was part of the Lundqvist band, but he says he's not musically inclined the way Henrik is. Here's Malik.
Thought it was interesting when you talked to him today. That's the first thing he said was about the band.
That's right. Rudzinski couldn't control. It's out of the zone. Malik across to Roosevelt.
The Bruins just a good job here, kind of being passive. Let the Rangers come to them through the neutral zone. The checkmates determine the kind of puck control, and it goes.
Bruins are 3 games under 500 right now. Over the last 15 games, they've played 2 games over. Straka got knocked down. Nice move by Isbister, and then he stopped by Tootin.
Simply warded off Marty Straka does Isbister and put a nice move. Didn't accomplish much. Got an ooh from the crowd.
Jason Ward goes in. Shot to the boards by Milan Jurčina. Bates plays it across, but gave it away to Nylander. In front, Ward. He scores! A great play by Michael Nylander. And Jason Ward finishes, and the Rangers have a 1-0 lead.
Well, you know, you talk about that out of sight, out of mind issue. What happened is Jurčina he's going to take him along the wall. And what's going to happen is the puck will come up ice, but you see 68 facing up ice. He forgot that 14 was behind him. Great job on the look as you saw 68 heading up ice, but where's 14 in white? He's behind him. Who found him? Michael Nylander. Great play by Nylander. 68's got to be aware of where the Ranger players are. 1-0 New York Rangers.
That's the rookie defenseman Milan Jurčina. Fans thought it might have been an offside, but clearly wasn't. And the Rangers have the early lead. Off the boards, Patrice Bergeron sends it wide of the net. Sturm after it. Tootin gets there first. There's Kasparaitis. Bergeron takes it away. Bergeron fanned on it. Wanted to get a shot off. Jurčina with a shot. Gloved by Lundqvist. It was going wide, but he holds on. 12:16 to go in the first. Rangers lead.
This is a great look at this goal, Sam. Watch 68. He does a nice job on Ward. Now, Jurčina comes to the middle of the ice. He hits up ice. Where's Ward? And a great little feather backhand finds Jason Ward. He stays with it. Outextends the Boston goaltender. 1-0 Rangers.
A good heads-up play by Nylander coming off the bench.
Great feather, like it was a great feather touch pass to find Jason Ward. And Ward did a nice job. That puck kind of fumbled a little bit. He stayed with it. Out-lengthened the goaltender. Put the Rangers on the board.
Nylander with 14 points in his last 12 games. 11 of those points assists. The puck goes over the glass into the crowd. Budweiser salutes America's designated drivers. Responsibility matters.
Well, Michael Nylander, we take a look at Tanabe, who came over, as you said, Sam, in a trade. And a guy that's got a lot of tools. Got good feet, good hands, but sometimes the circuitry upstairs doesn't get to all the tools. and that's really the thing. And he was picked up early to bring a little kind of offensive presence to the Bruins blue line.
Coming over from Phoenix, where he had signed with the Coyotes after playing all of his career with the Carolina Hurricanes. Puck loose and picked up by Niemann, and he's joined by Nylander. 2-on-1 against Tanabe. Niemann goes in deep, and Tanabe blocks the pass. Niemann waited, and maybe have waited a little too long.
Absolutely waited a little bit too long. You know, it's amazing how many times in an odd man situation the puck possessor will kind of get locked in whether he should move it or shoot. Now what happens is the Bruins defenseman Alberts falls down, creates an odd man situation here. Billy Niemann's a little hesitant. You get in that gray area, you're better off making some decision rather than kind of getting that lockdown mode. Now again, Tanabe did a nice job forcing Niemann in wide, but the lockdown worked.
Rangers keep it in. Brad Stewart lifts it up, knocked down by Dominic Moore. Moore hosts an Ortmeyer on. Ortmeyer's shot partially blocked by Jurčina. Jurčina with a hit. He's 6'5" and about 235.
And there's not a whole lot of body fat in that 235 today. He walked by us in the locker room today, and oh my goodness, look at the size of that guy.
Him and Gill, they can start a basketball team. Puck kept in. Brad Stewart shot blocked by Ortmeyer sliding across. Good play. Osa's got the puck. Scoring on the Ranger goal. It was Ward, his 7th from Nylander at 7:27.
And again, a real good play by Jed Ortmeyer. You know, he gets himself lots of different body positions to block shots. Good job again by Ortmeyer.
Malik to Roosevelt. Rangers with a 1-0 lead. A little over 9 minutes gone by in the first. Urchina going for the puck, takes it away from Luczynski. Mentioned Brian Leach out with a groin injury. He hopes to start skating on Monday and be back in the lineup within a week after starting to skate. Straka fell down. He brought an offside against the Rangers.
Right, he just kind of got leaned the wrong way, did Marty Straka. His body will kind of, this is a great play. Now, Jed Ortmeyer is going to go down and kind of like a one leg down kind of stretch. I'm going to go in blocking position, which he does an awful lot, does a good job doing it. You talk about the Bruins injury. Another guy, Glenn Murray, out of the lineup for this Boston team. They got a couple guys, Jamnoff, all hurt. This team's a different team without those.
They missed them, and of course we talked about the two goaltenders
right.
out. Raycroft, who was Rookie of the Year in 03-04, and Hannu Toivonen, who was playing very well and actually had taken over as the #1 goalie. Jágr, a couple of nice moves, and a penalty called for interference on Michael Roosevelt.
Well, again, it's going to be the Boston forechecker, and Michael Roosevelt can't quite figure out what Jaromir Jágr is going to do with the puck. So they're just kind of circling around. You watch now, and they're going to kind of circle around as Jágr circles around. Roosevelt doesn't quite know where to go, and boy, oh boy, Axelsson, that left leg kind of came up, didn't it? You take a look here. Now watch Axelsson's left leg. It's like, oh boy. So Michael Roosevelt, in a kind of an inadvertent pick, is going to get called for interference, and the Bruins will go on their first power play of the evening.
And the Bruins on the power play have struggled. Rangers penalty killing of late. We were talking with Tom Rennie before the game. That's one of the things that they hope to tighten up on, but they do miss Blair Betts, as John Giannone was telling you right at the top. His face-off ability and his penalty killing ability.
Well, what it does, Sam, is it kind of just shortens your kind of depth. And when, Betts and Ward are playing so well together, with Betts out of the lineup, just makes your penalty killing rotation different.
Ortmeyer trying to clear, but denied by Samsonov. Now Marco Sturm's got it. Sturm around to Bergeron. Those are the three forwards. And they go with a fourth forward in Bates. Boyce, excuse me.
Again, good, solid puck pursuit by the Rangers. Paying the price is a big jump from Stewart on the blue line.
Brad Stewart's got it. They missed Brian Leach on that power play. Brad Boyce in the corner. Boyce centers, tip by Lundqvist, with Tanabe cutting in from the point. Tanabe and Stewart now at the points.
Good alert play by Henrik Lundqvist and his goal stick.
Samsonov. Good block. Oh, good effort by Jason Ward to sweep it clear. A block and a clear.
And again, that goaltender's stick, can do an awful lot of good. And if he's got it in the right position, knocks those cross-ice low passes down.
Nice play by Jason Strudwick. He gloved the puck, knocked it down, and cleared it. Milan Urchina is on. Ben Walter has come on. And a good stop by Tom Poti on Ben Walter. Ben Walter, the son of former NHL player Ryan Walter, who was an outstanding player with Montreal, Washington, and Vancouver. Travis Green dumps it in. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Walter comes out of the corner, pass blocked by Tootin. Good penalty kill by the Rangers. Here's Walter. Power play is over for Boston. Hal Gill, deflection over the top. Good idea. Isbister redirecting it from the slot, but it went over the top. And here's Jágr.
Good look by the big defenseman. Jágr comes up ice here.
And a good stop by Nick Boynton. Jágr winds it in. Straka against Hal Gill. PJ Axelsson takes a hit and lifts it out of the zone. 7:40 to go in the first. Wayne Primo. Poti stops him. Primo recovers. Gave it up to Straka. Jágr coming back deep in his own zone to help out defensively.
Well, that's the issue that the Rangers have been concerned about recently, is that puck support in their own end, Sam, so that they have 5 people that can then transition to offense as a unit. Good point, Sam. It's good observation, noticing Jágr down low.
Tanabe fires it, and in good position is Roosevelt. Plays it wide of the net. Tanabe pressured by Moore. Now it's Andrew Alberts with 7 minutes to go in the first. Goal by Jason Ward, giving the Rangers the 1-0 lead. Moore gets knocked down by Alberts. Hossa keeps it alive. It's moved aside by Bergeron. Bergeron and Sturm there. Hossa comes away with a puck. Good effort by the Rangers along the boards. Tanabe checks Hossa. Rangers are changing. Good shift by Moore, Ortmeyer, and Hossa. Hossa's still on, but they kept the puck in the Bruins
what they really
zone.
do, and that's the areas of the ice where Marcel Hossa can be a factor, using that strength down low, Sam.
Nylander trying to find Nieminen, but it was broken up by Dan LaCouture. Kasparaitis, that pass intercepted. Brought back in by Patrick Leahy. Knocked away from him. Kept in by Stewart. Around to LaCouture. Hit by Kasparaitis. Fitzgerald winds it deep. LaCouture hit by Kasparaitis again. Now it's Leahy. Drops it back, and Fitzgerald fanned on the shot. Nieminen. China with Nylander on him.
It's really, you see when they're on top of their game, there's a lot of Rangers around the puck, on both sides of the puck, both offensively and defensively. There are a lot of Rangers around the puck. That's become kind of a Rennie look for Ranger hockey.
Patrick Leahy, Miami of Ohio University product, a native of Boston. Good lead for Sikora. Here's Kruka. His pass is blocked. Sikora trying to find it. Taken by Ruchin. Travis Green shoves him to the boards. They were teammates for a while in Anaheim. Ruchin got hooked down, penalty call. It'll be on Travis Green. The Rangers get a power play when we come back.
Welcome back, folks, to Panasonic Digital Replay. We're going to take a look at Travis Green as he gets kind of in a position, Ruchin, between Green and the puck, and right there, he kind of clips him with the right foot and the stick. Travis Green, 2 minutes for hooking. Panasonic Digital Replay, ideas for life.
Now this New York Rangers power play is brought to you by United Rentals. When your team needs a power play, call United Rentals. P.J. Axelson shorthanded, feeding Wayne Primo. Primo takes it deep. Tutin and Ruchinski's got the puck. Up front, Jágr, Puka, and Straka. Rangers' second power play. Rangers 3 for their last 37. Over 8 games plus this period. Jágr finds Ruchinski. Forced back. He winds it deep. Axelson and Primo with Gill and Boynton for Boston. Ruchinski to Tutin. Now to Jágr. For Puka, shot it wide. Jágr again. Jágr is 4th in the league in assists. Pass through to Ruchinski, but he just couldn't get a shot off. Nice idea by Straka.
Great pass, just handcuffed Ruchinski there, Sam.
Tutin, Jágr. Tip, and Straka's got it. Jágr again. Back to Straka. Good movement. Ruchinski again hit the post. Oh, Straka finding Ruchinski twice. Good passing by Marty Straka. Here's Ruchinski. Across to Jágr, and the shot deflects wide. Gill slid across it, I believe blocked it. Here's Tutin. 35 seconds left for the power play. It's looked good. They haven't scored, but they've moved the puck well.
That's the key, Sam. The puck movement has outpaced the aggressive Bruins defenders.
Bruin defenders have been the same 4. The Rangers have kept them pinned in. Here's Jágr to Tutin. 15 seconds of the power play. Jágr again moving, looking for a shooting lane. He's got it, it's blocked. Knocked away, may have gone through to Thomas, and the puck is fired out, and that'll do it for the Rangers power play. Bruins survive as the same 4 penalty killers were on the ice, I believe, for the entire 2 minutes.
Well, Jágr wheeled around the top of the box and got to an area, and Boynton made a nice block. These Boston defenders block an awful lot of shots, and they're doing the same thing here in the first period, Sam.
1-0 Rangers, just under 3 minutes to go in the first. Rangers 0 for 2 on the power play in the game. Nylander took it away from Brad Stewart. Winds it to Ward, up the boards to Malik. Deflected, and Sturm trying to clear is knocked away from him. Malik recovers. Ward, and it deflects into the Rangers bench. 2:35 to go, first period. Rangers have a 1-0 lead.
Couple good opportunities off the power play, Sam. Head up by Straka off the backhand, finds Ruchinski. That goes off the outside of the post. Now again, look at Ruchinski. Look, he finds Jágr, one-timer, who lays down 6-7. Hal Gill off the outside of the net. good chances by the Rangers on their second power play.
A shoot-in by Brad Stewart hit one of the Rangers.
I think it's Hossa. I think.
And I think you're right. Let's see. Yes, it is Hossa. And he gets up holding his face, but skating, as you can see, under his own power. Medical trainer Jim Ramsey is with him.
We're going to see this puck's just going to get dumped in, and you're going to come along the boards right there, coming out of his own end, and that's going right there. He's going, ow! Marcel Hossa down. He goes, he wears the shield, and it looks like some sort of injury down below the shield. But anyway, you could see his hands up. He knew it was coming as he protected that dump in lane, but boy, you could see his hands come up. Here it comes, Marcel Hossa. Pretty strong period for Hossa.
He's gone to the locker room with Jim Ramsey for medical attention. Roosevelt lifts it in. Urchina plays it off the linesman. Fired in by Travis Green. Now it's Roosevelt. Roosevelt scored the game winner on Thursday night in Pittsburgh, and after the game we saw him, said that was a nice goal, and he said, which one? Thinking about the one he batted in with his glove.
That's the least I could do, considering I'd scored one for Pittsburgh already.
That was a tremendous shot for the game winner. Long pass to Pruka, tips it into the Bruins zone. A minute 40 to go in the first. Hal Gill reverses to Nick Boynton. Rangers a 1-0 lead on a goal by Jason Ward. A terrific play by Michael Nylander. Strudwick stops Isbister, allowing Ruchinski to play it.
Not a lot happening in the neutral zone here, Sam, as the Bruins are content just to kind of back off. They're a team that has really hunkered down and played better defensively since the Thornton trade.
Now, they had a couple of terrible games back-to-back where they lost to San Jose and LA 6-2 and 6-0. Since then, they seem to have gotten back their game, and they have played better since then.
A shootout loss last Saturday against Dallas here, and then beat Anaheim, and then went into Philly and beat Philly.
They're 4-2-1 in their last 7, and as I mentioned, as you said too, Dave, 2 games over 500 since the trade. Straka plays it back to Kasparaitis, almost pulled it out of the zone, handled. 35 seconds to go in the period. Axelsson will play on the Swedish Olympic team with Henrik Lundqvist. Puck comes to Bergeron, save made. Oh, the puck just finds Bergeron. He sets up Tanabe, wrist shot, another save with Boyes hitting the goalie, and a penalty on Brad Boyes for goalie interference.
It's going to be goaltender interference as Boyes goes hard to the net, and this period looks like it may end like it started, with Henrik Lundqvist being called upon to make a couple good saves. Now, look how deep off the play the Ranger defensemen are. They're back off the play. That opens up that shooting area for Bergeron on kind of an inadvertent pass that finds its way to Bergeron. And again, this will come right through, and he's going to clip. Boyes will clip Lundqvist with his left leg. Right on top of the call is the referee. As you see with his left arm, his right arm in the box, but it was his left leg that came through and clipped Henrik Lundqvist on that kind of bang-bang dump-in play by the Boston Bruins.
And you can see Mike Sullivan, the head coach of the Bruins, is upset with a call. He will be an assistant coach on the U.S. Olympic team under Peter Laviolette.
Boy, what a job Laviolette's done in Carolina,
terrific.
Huh? Oh, man.
Third power play for the Rangers here in the first period. They failed on the first 2, though the second one, they moved the puck well and got a couple of good chances, and Ruchinski at the post. Pass to Pruka, one-timer, blocked in front by Tanabe. Drives it up the boards. 2 seconds to go in the period, that'll do it. Rangers power play carries over into the second. 1:42 remaining on the penalty to Brad Boyes for goaltender interference. For the Rangers, I thought a pretty good road period. Couple of points where they got a little careless, but there was Henrik Lundqvist to save them.
Well, exactly, and that's we mentioned, Sam, the period almost finished like it started. Just a couple of not glaring breakdowns in the defensive zone, but kind of small things that added up. The puck's getting turned over, but the goaltender did what he had to do, Sam. That gives his team an opportunity to compete. Turn around and score, and a great dump feather off the backhand. Nylander found Jason Ward all alone. So the little things on the road. Your goaltender makes the big save. You capitalize on a bit of a defensive breakdown on the Boston Bruins. You have a 1-0 lead after 1 on the road.
Rangers have not been able to capitalize on the power play. They're 0 for 2, but they'll continue on to start the second period on the power play. The second annual New York Rangers Youth Hockey Camp is coming this summer. It's the perfect gift for any young hockey player. To register or for more information on the best hockey camp in town, visit NewYorkrangers.com or call 212-465-6553. John Giannone is with assistant coach Perry Pern. Let's go to John right now.
All right, Sam, thanks. Perry, what'd you like and maybe not like about the first?
Well, I thought we played a very smart period. I don't think we gave up a lot. I think that our power play looked very, very good on the one power play, and I thought our penalty kill looked very sharp in the one penalty kill we had. So special teams looked good in the first period, and I think we did some smart things in terms of managing the puck and putting some pressure on in Boston's end, and I think real smart play, obviously, on the goal.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Smart, the operative word, Sam.
Yes, it is. And the smart man will join John in a moment. The man from Harvard, Dominic Moore, is his guest. We'll be right back.
Nicely.
Welcome back to Boston. New York Rangers hockey is brought to you in part by Continental Airlines, official airline of the New York Rangers. Continental Airlines, work hard, fly right. And by Panasonic, ideas for life. Rangers 1, Bruins 0-1. John is in the studio with Dominic Moore. Take it away, John.
All right, Sam, thanks. Yeah, a guy who's very familiar with this area, spent 4 years at Harvard. I would imagine it's a little bit of a pick-me-up when you come into this building.
Well, it's nice. I've played some games here in the Beanpot tournament, obviously, so I'm a little more familiar with it than some other rinks.
How about when you're out on the ice? Are you thinking, be honest, are you thinking to yourself, oh, boy, a goal would really be nice inside this building?
No, not at all. I think my mindset's the same whenever I step on the ice, and that's just to play my game.
What was your impression of the first period, the flow and the physical play, especially by that one tall defenseman they have?
Yeah, they've got a hard-working team. I think you watched them play the last few games. They've earned every point they've gotten, and it's a credit to them. We're going to have to be at our best here and sustain it for the rest of the game.
Now, I know in your downtime you like to watch tennis. You were a really good tennis player as a kid. One of your buddies is James Blake. What happened to him at the Aussie Open, out in straight sets?
Well, he came against a tough opponent who was playing at the top of his game, and he's got plenty of time to regroup for the French Open.
All right, Tom, thanks.
Yep, thanks.
Dominic Moore was a junior champion in Canada, by the way. And for appearing with us between periods, Dominic Moore receives a gift certificate to Murano Ristorante on 36th Street in Manhattan. We'll head it back to the studios of the MSG Sports Desk at the Garden. Glenn Petritis in just a moment.
Hi everybody, Glenn Petritis from our Sports Desk studios in Manhattan. Back up to Boston in just a minute. Our other two local hockey clubs in action this afternoon. Islanders in New Jersey taking on the Devils, who are looking for their 9th straight win. Isles down 2-1 in the third period on a 5-on-3 power play. That's Mark Parrish in front, scores to tie it, his 18th of the season. We're not at a 2. They go to a shootout. Martin Brodeur in net facing Trent Hunter, beats him, but it hits the post, a goalie's best friend, giving the Devils a chance to win. Next up, Zach Parisi for Jersey. The 21-year-old delivers, stuffing it in behind Rick DiPietro, winning in the 5th round of the shootout and giving the Devils their 9th straight victory. Goes down as a 3-2 New Jersey win. Keep it right here as we'll give you a peek into what we're working on for the late Sports Desk after the Knicks game over on MSG. We're back in a moment. Following the Knicks game over on MSG, it'll be the post-game edition of the MSG Sports Desk. Knicks and Hornets, all three our local hockey teams in action, and St. John's with another big win. We'll see you then. Enjoy the second period.
Sam Rosen, Dave Maloney, John Giannone in Boston, where the Rangers have a 1-0 lead, and the Jeep Intermission report continues with highlights. Dave?
Well, the highlights for sure, and early in the period, Lundqvist was good, and it ends up Jason Ward's going to get the game's goal. And again, we talk about Perry Pern's smart play. It's this dump right here. Smart little pass, forehand, backhand, forehand, in it goes once again. Jason Ward, they stick him on the line with Michael Nylander's second goal for Jason Ward, playing with Nylander.
All right, we're coming back to Boston to start the second period, preceded by trivia. We are back in Boston, where New York Rangers hockey is brought to you in part by American Express, My Life, My Card, and by Canon, your source for document management. So, Mr. Maloney, when you work for John Davidson, you have to get him some points on trivia. And here is tonight's trivia question brought to you by Nissan. Which two U.S. states have produced the most active NHL players
That
this year in the NHL?
This year in the NHL.
You don't have to answer now.
Don't have
Just
to.
think about it, and the answer comes prior to the start of the third period. John Giannone, what do you think?
Sounds like I have a 2 in 50 chance of getting it right. That's what I think.
I like your numbers there.
Good at the math, right on top of the math, John.
John, who are you playing for tonight?
I'll give it to Al grudgingly.
Oh, okay. You just want him to be nice to you when we come home tomorrow night.
You got it.
Well, that's fun. You know, it's something you talk about, the growth of hockey in America, and it's really, you know, the days when John and I both played, where 95% of the league was from the Great White North. But boy, oh boy, there's a lot of good players from a lot of the world, and America sure doesn't hold second fiddle to anybody when it comes to producing players.
So we will have to think on that one. So the obvious, the obvious choices, it can't be that obvious.
It can't be.
Yeah, Minnesota, Massachusetts.
It can't be. That's
all right.
That's way too obvious.
So we'll have to come up with some answers there. We got a hint from our producer, Joe Whalen. He says it's not Hawaii.
Not Hawaii. Oh, damn, that was my first
hockey
pick.
night in Honolulu has a certain ring to it, you know.
Yeah.
Rangers start the second period on the power play. 1:42 to go in the goalie interference penalty on Brad Boyes. And the Rangers will open up with Straka, Pruka, and Jágr up front. Ruchinski and Tutin at the points. Peter Tutin had the most playing time for the Rangers in the first period, over 9 minutes.
9 minutes and change. And Darius Kasparaitis, you mentioned about his presence pregame, about the physical play, and he had 2 of the 5 Ranger hits. So a couple of things we kind of noted before. Tutin's really good, Sam. He's got that right energy level too, and he's gotten smarter and getting himself in the right position to be a real good, effective defenseman.
Ruchinski leads Straka. Back for Ruchinski. And around the boards it goes. PJ Axelson there. It deflects in front, comes all the way through. Pruka chases. Green gets there to clear.
Jumps right on top of the puck as it kind of bounced around in the Bruins end of the ice, and Green was able to fire it down, Sam.
Veteran penalty killer Tom Fitzgerald is on for the Bruins, along with Wayne Primo, Hal Gill, and Nick Boynton. Behind the net, Gill fired it hard around the glass. All the way back it goes.
Well, again, if you know the importance of getting possession in the offensive zone, that allows you to make those quick passes and quick looks. But if you don't get it into the offensive zone, that's not a factor.
Tutin carries, backhand pass hits Jágr. Jágr deep against Stewart. Reverses. Pruka gets to it. Jágr got knocked down after he released. Straka's got it. 35 seconds left in the power play. Straka leaves it for Pruka. Gets it through to Tutin. He's open for the drive. Save made. Good shot. Straka got it to Jágr. Back to Straka. And now to Tutin. Across to Ruchinski. And his pass tipped into the corner.
Bruins do a nice job protecting the lanes with their sticks, Sam.
Jágr, pass block, just like that. Stewart alert play, able to clear. That should do it for the Rangers power play. Tutin back to get the puck. Boys set to return. Teams are back at full strength. Rangers 0 for 3 on the power play, still lead 1-0. Jágr slides it into the Bruins zone. Urchina sends it out, intercepted. Good heads-up play by the Rangers. Rosabal, his shot blocked by Tanabe. Ruchin in the corner, Nieminen. Nieminen on with Ruchin and Sikora. Puck around the boards, and Boyes cleared it, but it was stopped momentarily. Boyes has it back. Now it's Bergeron weaving in. Nice moves, and then he gets taken down, and the puck moved by Malik. Urchina with a shot, save! Look at Lundqvist on a tough shot where he was screened.
Had to find that puck through bodies, as you said. You know, it's interesting. A good player, if the puck follows him, doesn't it? Bergeron just out here, in here, and he still has the puck.
Lead to Marco Sturm, intercepted by Nylander again. Niemanen's in deep, save by Tommy. Rebound score! Peter Sikora. It's deja vu.
It's deja vu all over. You know, Michael Nylander and the Bruins again head up ice on a little bit of a transition thing. And what happens is the Rangers are able to stay in behind. You know, the puck gets turned over and nothing good ever happens when you throw the puck to that end of the ice coming out of your own end. So the Bruins, just inside the blue line, throw it to the bad area of the ice. Nylander, Nieminen, Sikora. Sikora will finish it off. But once again, this time off the forehand, I think Nieminen was surprised that he got it so quickly. Sikora jumped right on top of it. But again, the Bruins turn it over in a bad area of the ice. Michael Nylander makes him pay again.
And a quick play by Nylander. Made the interception, made something happen right away.
Well, that's what he does. He's a very quick guy. Quick feet, quick hands, quick decisions.
Nylander gets a shot through there. Cody's in deep. Yeah. Nylander 2 assists. Nieminen gets an assist. And Sikora with his 3rd goal in 6 games as a New York Ranger. 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points in 6 games. Set up for Ortmeyer, couldn't get a shot off. Ben Walter tied him up. Did you get a word on Marcel Hossa?
It sounds like he took it right on the lower bridge of his mouth and has lost a number of teeth and a cut on his chin, so he will not likely be back, and that's too bad.
Tootin, big drive, saved by Thomas. He holds it. And I like when Tootin is getting the shot on goal. It's a tough shot.
You know who used to do it really well and think ahead, and I can remember Pat LaFontaine. It's almost like Fedor Tootin thinks ahead. He doesn't think when he gets the puck. He's already made up his mind what he's going to do. He's read the play, and consequently, that puck gets to an area where it doesn't get blocked. He does a real good job of kind of thinking just a tad ahead. And I'm telling you, Pat LaFontaine used to be tremendous at that.
Kasparaitis sends it deep. Rangers with a 2-0 lead. Sikora with his 10th of the season, his 3rd as a Ranger, from Nylander and Nieminen at 2:39. Kept in by Kasparaitis. Straka chases it down. Michael Nylander with 2 assists in the game now has 12 assists in his last 12 games. And 15 points in the last 12. Brad Isbister dumps it in and chases. Kasparaitis and Isbister. Tootin moves it. Ortmeyer takes a hard hit from Andrew Alberts, but cleared the zone.
Boy, that looked like an elbow, didn't it, Sam? From up here as the big defenseman came in and took Ortmeyer off the play.
Here's Dominic Moore right back in. Shot deflected by Alberts up into the netting, and play stops.
Well, once again, we're going to take a look, and this is going to cost Marcel Hossa some teeth in the lower part of his mouth and a cut in his chin. And John Rosasco, we're going to see now. Look at that elbow. That left elbow got up.
You were right on that.
And Jed Ortmeyer. And Ortmeyer, you know, you think he's out of control, but he's not out of control. His style is almost, it's a little bit like Terry O'Reilly used to play. You used to think, well, oh my goodness, he's way out of control. But there's always a purpose to what Jed Ortmeyer's doing. But he took an old elbow into chompers there.
Yes. Rangers, you saw with 5 hits, they had 7 total for the game in Pittsburgh. So the early play has been a little more physical for the Rangers. Bruins with 6 hits, puck out of the zone. Malik back for it. Dominic Moore off the boards to Nieminen. Ortmeyer dumps it deep. A little over 5 minutes gone by, 2nd period. And the Rangers with the 2-0 lead. Jason Ward and Peter Sikora getting the goals. Lundqvist off the boards to Strudwick. Reverses to Roosevelt. Pressure from Tom Fitzgerald.
But again, once you see, again, good kind of support on the puck. Those little chips to an area of the ice where a Ranger is there to get it, Sam.
Leahy's pass was blocked. Sikora to Strudwick. Takes a hit. Brad Stewart. Leahy with a hit. Leahy comes away with the puck. And Lacouture was intercepted. There's Leahy, 3-on-2 across. Lacouture shot saved. Lundqvist looks around. He's got it in the midsection. Lacouture skating well against his former team.
Really, this Bruin team is not going to overwhelm you with a whole lot of skill. This is going to be a pretty straightforward play as the Bruins are going to kind of outmuscle the Rangers down low. And it's going to be almost like, linear play. As Pruka reaches in and misses, everybody goes to the net. Puck to the net, Bruins to the net. That again, and again, as you see them come down, look at in the middle of the ice, here he comes. Coming to the front. So it's not going to be a whole lot of creativity from the Bruins. The Bruins are going to be a very kind of horizontal north-south team when it comes to offense.
Dan Couture signed a minor league contract last year during the lockout, played in Providence. Shot by Neiman and a hard one, a good save by Thomas. That helped him stay in shape and helped him get noticed by the big club.
Well, exactly.
So he's able to sign this year with Boston.
You're seeing the results of guys who didn't play last year with injuries and whatnot, Sam.
Neiman with another good shot. Thomas makes the save and holds on. Would you like to play poker with some of New York's brightest stars, best athletes, and the world's best poker pros, all while raising money for the charity of your choice? Then go to fulltiltpoker.net/MSG to learn how you can win a free entry into the first ever poker tournament held on center court at Madison Square Garden. You play poker or you play hearts. You love hearts.
That's right.
You have to have a full tilt hearts tournament at the Garden. Wayne Primo pass block. Tootin staying with Primo. Primo trying to keep the puck alive. Yager helps out. Now Tootin winds it around. Luczynski pressured by Boynton pinching in. Kasparaitis tries to move it. Good play by Kasparaitis.
Again, see those little passes, Sam, those little support things. That makes you quicker when you move the pass to those small areas and you have support on the puck.
Boynton. Off the boards, Kasparaitis to Luczynski. Good job by the Bruins of keeping the Rangers' top line out of the offensive zone. Kasparaitis taking a hit from Bergeron. Luczynski tried to chip it off the board, stopped by Urchina. Stewart winds it deep. Urchina pinches in, takes a hit from Kasparaitis. Centered. Here's a chance on the backhand. It was blocked. That was Boys trying to move away from Luczynski, and it was tipped by Kasparaitis. Urchina missed it. Straka trying to get to it, and Urchina sends it down.
Big defenseman from Boston. Nice job staying with that puck, Sam. He got in that gray area, that puck up top, and it bounced down as Dominic Moore runs into Brad Stewart.
He came flying off the bench. And Stewart had his back turned about halfway, and Moore caught him. Side of the net, stuff in, try score! Marco Sturm! And I don't know if Lundqvist was ready for that, but Sturm with a great move puts Boston on the board. The Rangers lead is cut to 2-1.
Well, this was it got turned over along the boards. Fedorchuk was at the tag end of a very long shift. You talk again, where's the Bruin? He's behind Fedorchuk. Now, once again, I'm sure Henrik Lundqvist will want this one back. This puck's going to slip through the 5-hole. But once again, it was at the tag end of a very long shift. As you see Tootin kind of regroups late. Big goal for the Bruins. Bruins did a nice job winning the small battles along the boards. Kept Tootin out in the ice. Goal for the Bruins. 2-1 hockey game, Sam.
Albert putting it in front. Roosevelt moves it to Nieminen. Moore is on with Ortmeyer, and Nieminen has taken Hosa's spot on this line. And here's Travis Green. And the shot went wide. Fitzgerald and Green into the corner. Now it's Malik. Pressured. Slides it ahead to Nieminen. Nieminen skating well. Winds up and drives it. That's his third shot of the period on goal.
He really does not hesitate to shoot the puck. He's played very, very well since he's been back in the lineup for 5 or 6 games, Sam. His body language is good, and he gives himself a chance by getting to the puck.
Nice pass from Pody to Ward. Ward goes wide on Tanami, who deflected the pass, and Bergeron able to move it to Brad Boys. Boys against Strudwick. Glove side of the net by Lundqvist. He holds on just past the 9-minute mark of the second period. Sturm gets the 17th from Leahy at 8:03.
The Bruins are going to get a nice little turn here as Tom Pody kind of snuck down. Nice little backhand pass there, and the Bruins will come back in. Henrik Lundqvist will make it, pretty simple bump save. But you talk about the transition, Sam, and the nice little transition backhand pass by the Bruins inside their blue line as Tom Pody had jumped to join the offensive rush. Henrik Lundqvist makes the save. He has faced but 12 shots here this evening, in Boston.
From the point, the wrister by Boynton went wide, bangs off the glass. Wayne Primo winds it past Isbister. For Marco Sturm, his 11th goal since coming to the Boston Bruins. This is 21st game. He had 6 in 23 games with the Sharks before being traded. Puck around the board. Straka gets to it. Primo chases him.
Nice job by Straka protecting the puck, Sam. Primo all over him. Boy, oh boy.
Yager, he almost lost it to Axelson. And the Bruins fire it back in. See, now the ice has begun to tilt in the favor of the Bruins. Puck sent all the way down. This will be an icing on the Rangers. Budweiser salutes America's designated drivers. Responsibility matters.
You know, we talk about the Bruins offense, off the transition rush, pretty straightforward. Their game in the offensive zone is pretty straightforward too. They're forcing the puck, they're on top. I was a little surprised that the Rangers had actually outbumped Boston in the first period because I thought the Bruins' physical presence was more evident. But they've become a little stronger on the offensive pursuit of the puck, the Bruins here in the last 4 or 5 minutes of this hockey game.
Well, when you said also earlier, Dave, they won the battles along the boards that led to the goal. Here they take the puck, set up in front, Stern shoots, and it's saved by Lundqvist, and the Rangers get out. Straka stopped by Gill. Rangers have not been able to get the puck deep in the Bruins zone at least the last 2 minutes, maybe more. Bergeron with a shot, gloved by Lundqvist. He holds on. 9:45 to go in the second. Bruins coming on. Rangers leading.
We're going to take a look at a Boston chance here off a turnover down low on our Panasonic digital replay. Tom Pody is going to get a stick hook right there. Glad boys will find Sturm. Look how patient and aggressive Lundqvist is to make the save, Sam. Another big save on Marco Sturm. Panasonic digital replay, ideas for life.
Well done, Dave. Sikora moves in, winds up. Big try went off the shoulder of Thomas. Hard shot by Sikora. Ruchin tips it to Kasparaitis. Puck out of the zone. Sikora sends it back in. Pruka touches up, gets back onside. A clearing attempt, stopped by Sikora. To Pruka, winds and fires, save Thomas. A couple of good shots. Rangers firing pucks. That one lifted wide by Ruchin. Bergeron sent it around. Now the Rangers keeping the Bruins' top offensive line pinned in their own zone. Bergeron able to get it out.
Both teams really paid for fundamental turnovers in their own end. Have paid in this hockey game tonight.
The whistle stops play. What happened?
Six New York Rangers on the ice.
Can't do that. Oh, right. For a long period of time. Too many men on the ice for the Rangers.
That's again.
Jason Ward jumped on. Nylander was on. Sikora and Pruka were on. That's 4 forwards.
That's 4 forwards. I know they changed a lot of the rules, but you still can't play with 6 guys unless you pull a goaltender.
They played for a little bit, but finally they got caught.
They got caught, yes, indeed, as the Rangers will. Again, a lot of times that's communication from the bench, and sometimes it's body language that gets, it's like nod that looks like the guy's going to come and he doesn't come, and most times the responsibility is you lock in on the guy you're supposed to kind of replace on the ice, and obviously the lock-in didn't work. Bruins will go on their second power play of the evening.
And they move the puck and dump it in. Ortmeyer. Penalty upcoming on the Rangers. They're going to be down 2 men.
David Tanami is going to get he's going to draw one way, going to the net. Now watch 55 here. He's going to come in the middle of the ice after the dump and get pulled down by Merrick Malik. Once again, he's going to dump it off his backhand. Watch 8. Malik right there. Now he puts that last little twist. And I know when you have one hand on your stick, you talk about that dump in your own end of the ice to the middle of the ice. When you have one hand on your stick, very rarely do good things happen when you have one hand on your hockey stick. One hand, tweak, 5-on-3 Bruins.
Rangers have given up 10 goals this season when shorthanded 2 men. And this is a long 2-man advantage, a minute 45. Bergeron shoots, deflected off of Kasparaitis. Kasparaitis, Moore, and Pody, 2 defensemen, 1 forward. Ranger 3, Boys, Bergeron, Boys, shot blocked, rebound missed by Wayne Primo. Stewart, Bergeron, Sturm, Primo, and Boys, the Bruins 5. Sturm Stewart to Bergeron to Stern, and a great job of smothering the puck by Lundqvist.
What a tremendous butterfly stretch by Henrik Lundqvist as this Bruin power play, again, will try and take advantage of the little areas of the ice, and that is really all they have because the Rangers collapse down low. Kasparaitis, you always want to try to have two guys facing the puck. Two guys facing the puck on 5-on-3. Now look at Kasparaitis. He's taken away anything cross ice. He'll take a cross ice, but a great stretch by Henrik Lundqvist. Good job by Kasparaitis, taking away that cross ice pass camp.
Rangers change their three. Ward, Roosevelt, and Tutneron. Boys has it. Shot by Stewart, he scores! Set up by Boys, a beautiful one-timer. The Bruins tie it at 2 and still have a power play advantage for another minute 15.
You know, you take it too many men in the ice penalty and then a hook. You get a 5-on-3, and what happens is this is a real good quick pass from Boyce. Good job on the face-off. The puck never gets out. The Boston Bruins will then allow a give and go. And it's going to give, then it's going to go, and then the puck's going to go short side. A great shot again. Look him off. There's the Bruin forward, Boys. He looks the triangle off, gets it back to the point, and Stewart's going to fire a bullet to the short side.
Good job by Wayne Primo screening in front as well for Boston.
He really established that presence down low, did Primo, and he did that prior on the 5-on-3. 2-2 hockey game here in Boston.
Now Malik still in the box for another minute 15. 5-on-4 power play advantage. 16 power play goals given up by the Rangers in the last 12 games, including this one. Travis Green kicked it in the zone. Isbister going after it. Offside Boston on the play. 1:01 to go. But it was in the Malik penalty.
Really a good kind of give and go with a look off by Boyce. That kind of, you know, it froze the defenders and it got Primo to the front of the net, and a bullet gets the game tied, Sam.
2 straight goals for the Bruins. Sturm at 8:03. Stewart at 12:14. Stewart from Boyce and Bergeron at 12:14, a power play goal. 2-2 the score. Travis Green with Brad Isbister and Ben Walter up front with Stewart and Urchina, the point man. This is Brad Stewart. Tutin back for the puck. Ortmeyer for Tutin and Kasparaitis. Here's Urchina with a drive and a save by Lundqvist. He holds it.
Boy, the Bruins sure have gotten some life here and, you know, have had the better life about a minute or two after the Rangers established a 2-0 lead. Now, again, life will be more easy to find if you're able to score in the power play, but this puck again will come back to Urchina on the point. You know, Henrik Lundqvist will probably stop 99.5 out of 100 here as long as he can see it. He's able to see it. There's nothing in front. But again, the puck comes to the middle of the ice, and the Bruins have been the better hockey team here for the better part of this second period.
Strudwick moves it as the Rangers won the face-off. Steve Ruchin has been the Rangers' best face-off man thus far tonight. Ruchin and Ruchinski on with Strudwick and Cody. Sturm pass goes across. Strudwick gets to it and drives it out. 15 seconds to go on the Bruins power play. 6:45 to go in the second. 2-2 the score. David Tanabe. Tanabe dumps it, chases after it, gets to it, falls down. Cody poking at it. Brad Boyd, power play is over. Malik out of the box, gets back into the play and intercepts the pass. Malik for Ruchinski, moving in on Boynton, and it went off of Boynton's leg. Ruchinski gets to it. Nice pass, shot by Sikora, saved by Thomas. It deflected off Tanabe, and Thomas able to stretch out and make the stop.
A good spinorama kind of move on a bouncing puck by Peter Sikora, and Malik is going to come out of the box and play forward here. He'll get Ruchinski. Ruchinski did a nice job staying with the puck right there, Sam. Now he's going to follow it. And watch the spin right there off the forehand. So he goes backhand to forehand. Peter Sikora, as Martin Ruchinski did a good job staying with the puck. Rangers get an opportunity, foiled by Thomas.
Sikora stays on with Straka and Yager. Yager takes the puck away, rather Straka took it away, and it's tipped out of the zone. Roosevelt avoids Axelson, got slowed down by Boynton. Now Gill takes a hit from Yager. Puck all the way around the boards and back. Roosevelt chases back to get it. There's 6 minutes to go in the second. Rangers Rangers had a 2-0 lead early in this period. Bruins have rallied to tie it. Mistakes by the Rangers. Too many men on the ice. Penalty, and then the tripping call while down a man. Here's Malik. Straka sends it off the board. Boynton there to play it.
The line of Primo, Axelson, and Isbister has done a tremendous job shutting down the big line of the Rangers.
Off the boards to Nylander. Nice pass. Here's Nieminen. He shoots, deflected by Stewart off the netting. 5:12 to go. Second period, tied at 2. North Fork Bank bringing you the upcoming Rangers schedule. Talk about big games. Rangers and Devils. Devils have won 9 in a row. They won in a shootout today against the Islanders. And then Buffalo comes in, and they're one of the best road teams in the NHL. Then the Rangers home against Pittsburgh on NBC next Saturday afternoon. Putin hustling back. Patrick Leahy on him. Putin had it taken away. He gets knocked down on a hit by Tom Fitzgerald. Putin moves the puck around. Down comes Stewart to get it. Stewart was the number 3 pick overall in the 1998 draft.
You know, had a real good year offensively his first year. His offense has kind of tailed off, and they want him somewhere in the middle. You know, be responsible and be an offensive player.
3-on-2 across. Nylander shoots. Save by Thomas. Rebound. Rolls across the top of the crease.
Yeah, a good job. You know, Michael Nylander, lots of times he's guilty of not shooting the puck. Good shot there.
Rangers have had good chances the last 3 shifts. Urchina avoids Ortmeyer, who came hard. Nice move aside by Urchina. Shot by Strudwick was partially blocked. Nieminen shoots. Save off the chest of Thomas. Nieminen, boy, he's got his hand on the trigger. He's just firing.
He doesn't mind teeing it up, that's for sure.
Off the glass, all the way down. This will be an icing on the Bruins. Bruins get a stoppage, but can't change players. 3:58 to go in the second period.
That's right. We talk about Jed Ortmeyer. Watch him come in here and go, oh boy, whoa, baby. He missed the big Slovak defenseman, but he creates that energy. You know, now they're wondering, where is Ortmeyer? Where's the physical play? And Nieminen jumps right on the puck, and he's like the ever-ready battery bunny when it comes to shooting. He just kind of turns around. Another good save off the shoulder, Michael Nylander. So good. This has been the Rangers' best unit. Michael Nylander in the middle.
Off the face-off, puck comes on goal, and Thomas stops play again. Another face-off.
You know, that's the thing. You talk about Holwig, and you talk about the thing, and it's really not it's what you want. You want that defensive team to think about if somebody's coming. Are they coming? Well, when 41 comes, he comes hard, and he came hard, and Uchina dodged a bullet.
Tanabe pressured by Ruchinski. Gill moves it, and Primo stopped by Pody. Tanabe again tries the other side. And it bounces out of the zone. Strudwick has it. Game tied at 2 with 3:40 to go, second period. Rangers seem to have collected themselves now after giving up the lead. Straka dumps it in. Thomas out to get it. This is only Tim Thomas's 8th NHL game. He was a 1994 draft pick of the Quebec Nordiques. Whistle.
Going to be a hook, I believe.
A hooking call against the Rangers. Marty Ruchinski goes off.
It's going to be the hook on the dump. The puck will get dumped in by the Bruins and away from the play. Marty Ruchinski's going to lay the stick in. And again, puck's been dumped already. And you can't do that. It's that last little tug right there. Just prior to that. Now watch Ruchinski. He's going to get away with it. Now he's not getting away with it. And it's right up high, as you see the official, the top part of the screen. It's right at the tag, and it's that last little pull, Sam, that doesn't work.
That's a bad penalty. And the Bruins' 4th power play of the game. They're 1 for 3. 3:15 to go in the second period. Face-off win by Ben Walter. Patrice Bergeron with the puck. Now it's Boys. Walter out of the corner. Back to Boys. 4 forwards, 1 defenseman for Boston. Bergeron to Boys. Down low, Ben Walter. Slides it through, and just missing was Brad Stewart at the side of the net. That was a beautiful pass to set up Brad Stewart. Pass through, one-timer save, rebound, another save. Bruins moved the puck well. Lundqvist came up with a big save. Moore clears it out.
Really do move it well. They move it well and quick, and not afraid to shoot it from different areas of the ice either, Sam.
Roosevelt lost his stick. It got caught in the boards. And now the puck cleared out, and he's got his stick back.
And then the old boing into the boards with the sticks. I hate to laugh.
All of a sudden, it's in your hands, and there's nothing there.
There it was, gone.
Isbister drops it off for Travis Green. Under a minute to go in the power play. Isbister moves it to Dan Couture. Getting some power play time. Off the boards to Brad Stewart. Across to Bergeron. Niemanen and Ruchin on for the Rangers with Putin and Kasparaitis. Here's Stewart. Travis Green. Got a man in front. That's Couture. Big shot. Save. Lundqvist. And he holds on. 35 seconds to go in the power play.
I'm sorry, Sam. You know, you got to be impressed with this Bruins team. I mean, they work very hard on the puck. Now, Green is going to tee this up. And Lundqvist, look at Lundqvist's position. He's allowed to see the puck. You know, the one goal that went through on him, he couldn't see the puck. So, once again, watch the stick. Where'd it go? Do I have my stick? Holy cow, it's in the boards. That's a little dangerous thing. That can go back into your body, but in the meantime, nothing.
Off the skate of Tanabe. Cody trying to move it against Ben Walter. Good play by Moore to clear.
But this Boston Bruins, you talk about, there's been a lot of talk about Mike Sullivan, whether he should be coaching. I'm telling you, he's got his team working real hard. The team's working hard. They respect what the coach asks of them. This Bruins team, good effort.
Tanabe goes deep, got tripped up. Was not called. I thought Cody got him with a stick, but it was not called. Nylander moves it to Ward, and the power play is over. Ward to Nylander. Stopped it with a skate. Controls, puts it in front. It was deflected, and Axelson clears it out. 2-2 the score with 1:05 to go in the second period.
Well, you're right. I think Tom Poti got away with one there, Sam.
Blocked by Ward. Boynton's got it back. Off the boards for Axelson. Axelson finds it, gives it up to Pruka. Now Roosevelt dumps it in. Boynton looks around. Plays it to Primo. Roosevelt pinches in, gets a hit on Primo. Boynton is there looking for it. Sikora trying to poke it loose, so is Ruchin. And Ruchin comes away with it. Boynton chases him. And Ruchin tried to wrap around, but it slid off his stick out of the zone from the Bruins. Pruka gives it up. Isbister puts it in the Ranger zone with 15 seconds. Isbister against Malik. Roosevelt moves it. Here comes Brad Stewart. Good check by Pruka. In front, Malik intercepts. 5 seconds in the period. Shot by Axelson off a takeaway. And that ends the period. 2-2, end of 2.
Well, again, I know Coach Perry Kern was impressed with the intelligence of the hockey club after one period. There may be, he starts with the too many men on the ice thing, and then that little giveaway right at the end of the period by Marek Malik, perhaps more indicative of a team that's really not thinking the way they should think. Now, it's late in the game, and we'll see Marek Malik pick up the puck here, and it's just like a pass to kind of nowhere. And, it's that just nowhere move that gets people in trouble in your own end of the ice.
2-2 end of 2. Dan Couture is with John Giannone right now. John?
All right, Sam, thanks very much, Dan. Very different second period from the first. What was the biggest difference beside the 2 goals?
Well, we get the puck in. We didn't get the puck in enough in the first period, and we got in there more in the second period, and able to move our feet and work them low.
Born and raised in Hyannis, playing for the Boston Bruins. Is that a dream come true for you?
Yeah, it certainly is. Being a local guy, and it's just kind of slowly made my way back home here, and it's a great experience. I love being here.
Got some power play time there. Is that a little bit of a surprise?
Yeah, it was. I used to play power play when I was at BU, and a little bit early on in my professional career, but it was a little bit of a surprise.
I know you were friends with Tom Poti when you were with the Rangers. You keep in touch with him or anybody else from New York?
Yeah, we keep in touch like once a week or whatever. We went out to lunch yesterday, and he only lives about 10 minutes away from me during the summertime. So he's one of my good friends, and he's a great guy.
Dan, thanks.
Thank you.
Dan Couture spent 2 seasons with the Rangers, Sam.
All right, and he's a good teammate and a hustling kind of player and doing well with the Boston Bruins. 2-2, end of 2, back in Boston after this. Great scenics in Boston. That's where we are tonight. New York Rangers hockey, brought to you in part by Cablevision. Get the most New York sports in HD on IO Digital Cable Service from Cablevision. And by MetLife. Have you MetLife today? Rangers and Bruins tied at 2, end of 2. Well, fans, now 2 great games come together on MSG for the PokerRoom.tv shootout. Want to play? Go to MSGNetwork.com to enter. Then prepare to face your fellow fans on the ice for winner-takes-all shootout. Go to MSGNetwork.com to play the PokerRoom.tv shootout. We've got an update at the MSG Sports Desk with Glenn Petritis next.
40 minutes of play in the books between the Rangers and the Bruins, 2-2 after 2. Hi, everybody. Glenn Petritis from our Sports Desk studios in New York. Over on MSG, Knicks going at it with the Hornets on the Garden floor. As we speak, first quarter, Hornets rookie Chris Paul gets his pocket picked by Jamal Crawford. The razzle-dazzle goes. 19-17 Knicks at that point. Right now, the Hornets are leading the Knicks 51-46 very late in the second quarter with about under a minute to go. After the Knicks game, we'll have the full half-hour edition of the MSG Sports Desk. Hang with us as we'll show you what we're working on right after these messages. Steve Cangelosi has the late MSG Sports Desk after the Knicks. Devils play the Rangers tomorrow on MSG at 7 o'clock. Today, the Devs play the Islanders to a shootout. And St. John's with another big win on the Garden floor. All on Sports Desk on MSG after the Knicks game. Back to Boston for the third period. We're tied 2-2 after 2. I'm Glenn Petritis. Enjoy the rest of the game. We'll see you later.
Sam Rosen, Dave Maloney, John Giannone in Boston. Glad you're with us for New York Rangers hockey. The Dodge Intermission Report continues with highlights,
well,
Dave.
There's going to be 3 goals scored in the third period, and this is Marco Sturm. You turn it over there. It's not going to work. Ville Nieminen, Jason, puck will be topped in by Peter Sikora, but get a turnover. But Sturm is going to get it back right here. He's going to come down low off the wall, come to the net, and in it goes. Marco Sturm redeems himself. Now, the 5-on-3 is going to come up here. Watch boys. It'll look everybody off. Back to the point. Stewart beats Henrik Lundqvist. Short side. Ties the game in the power play. 5-on-3.
We'll be back for the important part of the evening. The trivia quiz answer. And then the third period, too. Looks like Faneuil Hall to me. New York Rangers hockey is brought to you in part by Canon, your source for document management, and by Office Depot, taking care of business. Take a look at the sprint scoring summary in that second period. Rangers had a 1-0 lead end of the first on a goal by Jason Ward. Peter Sikora on that rebound shot made it 2-0. Then Marco Sturm with that little goal coming out of the corner, 2-1. Brad Stewart on the 5-on-3 power play goal, 2-2. Shots are even, and that's where we stand heading for the third period. Now let's see how we stand with trivia, the Nissan Trivia Quiz. Which 2 U.S. states have produced the most active NHL players? With the pressure on him because he's playing for JD, we go to Dave Maloney.
Well, it's too obvious, as we'd say, to say Massachusetts or Minnesota. So I'm going to go with Michigan and the Empire State, New York.
Okay, good choices. I'm going to go with one obvious, Massachusetts and New York. And you, Mr. Giannone?
Yes, sir. I'm going to go with the other obvious. I'm going Minnesota and New York.
All right, so everybody's got New York. So let's see. Michigan and New York. Sounds like a Dave Maloney
pinch hitting for the big guy.
A 2-point night for Dave Maloney for John Davidson. Very nice.
Well, again, with that Long Island hockey program that has, really burgeoned since those great Islander years, has really produced a lot of players out of Long Island that are in the league. And
of course, upstate New York as well.
Upstate New York. So it's in Michigan. It was too obvious to have the other two. That's like that test, those multiple choice tests. You kind of throw out a couple and then hope that you got the other two right. So it was a real honor to pinch hit for John Davidson and actually get him a couple points in this trivia
Good
thing.
job by you. Now, as you know, Henrik Lundqvist will be playing on the Swedish Olympic team and, of course, has played on their Swedish national team with P.J. Axelsson of the Boston Bruins. And we asked P.J. about Henrik Lundqvist, what he thought of him.
He's not bad, actually. I think he's better off playing hockey, but he's not bad at all.
Who put that band together?
I think it was him and his brother started it, his twin brother. And then they have a couple other hockey players in it, and they're pretty good.
How about your role in the band?
Nothing.
No?
No. Not even close.
You don't even want to be in the band?
No. I'm not a musical guy.
You'd have a great future in it, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Good fun. He's a good guy. And, of course, Henrik Lundqvist and his brother put together a band, and
They like to get a jam a little bit. Of course. There we go. That's the band there, and
I don't know who's who, ladies and gentlemen.
that's right. And we know that P.J. Axelson's not there, but we understand it might be his house. So he may be the manager of the Lundqvist band. And in the meantime, away we go in the third period here, tied at 2, Sam.
An important game for the New York Rangers as they wind up this 4-game road trip, having lost in Detroit and Columbus, and then winning in Pittsburgh. Rangers have scored 3 goals or more in 7 consecutive games now. They're coming into tonight. They got 2 in this one. Lucinski was stopped, and then Straka. For Boston, Sergei Samsonov suffered a leg injury and will not return. So each team has lost a forward in the game. The Rangers losing Marcel Hossa when he was hit with a puck in the face on a shoot-in. Lucinski again. That went off of Hal Gill. Straka. Axelsson moves it up the boards. And it comes out of the zone, and Tootin comes all the way back to get it.
Boy, the Bruins do still block a lot of shots, don't they, Sam?
Yes.
I mean, Gill is big back there. Eugene is big. And Alberts is big. They take up a lot of room in the defensive zone.
And moving in is Marco Sturm. Backhander is stopped. Lundqvist doesn't know where the puck is. It's underneath him, had it between the legs, and the referee blew the whistle, stopping play.
But we talk about Sturm's great power, and that's really what it is. It's great power. Watch him drive to the net. Now, I want you to watch Lundqvist as he goes over. Now he goes. He knows where it is, and he kind of puts his head down and I think I got it here now. So it goes back, he lays down, and thinks I got it. I'm going to just kind of lay down and take a rest.
Bruins had 9 blocked shots through 2 periods. Bergeron behind the net, checked by Tootin. Rangers have Ruchin on with Sikora and Puka. Ward and Sikora, the Rangers goal scorers. Bruins don't want to touch it. It'll be a hand pass, and that's what's whistled, stopping play.
Again, you talk about it once again, Marco Sturm, and he and Bergeron have not had that electrifying 2-on-1 moment, which gives credit to the Ranger defense. They were to pay attention to that twosome. So we haven't seen Bergeron to Sturm or Sturm to Bergeron, and the key thing about Bergeron is he sees the ice so well.
Nice play by Jason Ward, chipping it in, and now whistle.
I think that puck
went off a player on the Bruins bench.
On the bench, and that's what caught up the Bruin defenseman Alberts, as Jason Ward was able to poke it as it come off the bench. And once again, the odd man rush in favor of the Rangers as Jason Ward will take the face off just in front of the Ranger bench.
Puck back in the Bruins zone. Bruins have won 2 in a row. Here's Ward getting a shot off and a save by Thomas. Jason Ward, good hustle.
Great, just big man move to the net. In this new game, you're not going to hurt yourself by driving hard to the net. Pretty simple play here. Now watch Ward go. He goes right through Tanabe and gets a good shot. You know what? And watch. If I'm a Ranger, I'd throw the puck on Thomas a little bit. He's still struggling with it a little bit. He got a big rebound early off a Straka shot. Seeing a fight that first attempt by Ward.
Neiman comes away with a puck, shot it wide. Ward gets to it. Thomas tries to recover, and a good job by Travis Green tying up Nylander in front, not allowing him to get a shot. Green moves it. Ludwig stops it and takes a hit from Tom Fitzgerald. Ward back for the puck.
Once again, Sam, this Nylander unit continues to be the best Ranger threesome here this evening in Boston.
This is an icing on the Rangers. 2 minutes, 12 seconds gone by in the third period, tied at 2. Rangers fans, sign up to become a Blue Shirt Extra subscriber. You get the inside scoop on all team news, player transactions, practice updates, community events, and more. Blue Shirt Extra is free, and it's available exclusively at NewYorkRangers.com.
Jason Ward taking the faceoff, loses it to Primo.
Shot by Stewart is blocked. Primo moves it into the corner. Strudwick winds it to Nieminen. Rangers and Devils tomorrow night on MSG. Hope you'll be with us. 6:30. Hyundai Rangers game night with Al Trotwig. 7 o'clock Rangers and Devils. Devils beat the Islanders today 3-2 in a shootout, with Zach Parise getting the shootout winning goal. And the Devils have now won 9 in a row.
Devils had a 2-0 lead in that hockey game,
Yeah.
too, so.
Let it get away in the third period. Line pass was given up to Hal Gill. And Malik has it. A little over 3 minutes gone by in the third.
This big line just seemed that despite the fact that they got 4 or 5 shots between the three of them, just can't seem to get on track offensively, Sam.
Kinski with a hit on Hal Gill, but the Bruins away with the puck. Bergeron lost control. And now Tootin brings it back. Knocked away from him. Good play by Boynton. And Darius Kasparaitis, who had 4 hits through 2 periods to lead the team. Rangers with 9 in the game. Kasparaitis coming back, and as we said right at the top, physical game is something that the Rangers have needed. Rangers have called for icing here.
Well, again, and it's Kasparaitis, and it's more like talk about the life that he gives, and he admitted that is bad hair.
But you know what? I asked him if he's going to cut it, leave some for me. I'll just patch it up. There's
go.
Ray Bourque. He has good hair, and Mike O'Connell, the general manager.
He's kind of a special consultant kind of coach. Is Ray Bourque on the near and Mike O'Connell on the far side. Mike really the day-to-day GM of this club.
And we saw Ray Bourque on the ice with the Bruins this morning at the morning skate working with the players.
And that was a comment made by some of the locals here that the problem may very well be on both sides of the coin, that the best Bruins defenseman may still be Ray Bourque. But in the meantime, he seems to have a good rapport. I kind of observed him today, good rapport with the players, and the respect. And really, boy, when I played in Buffalo, to see him as many times when we played him in Buffalo, he's a tremendous player.
And his son Chris, who goes to school here in Boston, played on the U.S. team in the World Juniors. Shot by Stewart is blocked by Yager, who's chasing after it. Race for the puck. Yager trying to get to it, swept away. And bodies go sliding everywhere, knocking the net off, stopping play.
Boy, Brad Stewart does a real good job of chasing down this puck. Now again, the Rangers had iced the puck. Yager had been at the tag end of a long shift. But watch Stewart just kind of keep moving and just reach that stick out at the last moment to poke the puck away as Yuchina had come in. But Stewart did a nice job hightailing it back, and just at that last second kind of tipped the puck away. This kid's a good player. He's a good player, Brad Stewart.
Just want to finish the story on Ray Bourque and his son Chris. So Chris played on Team USA, but of course Ray has played for Canada as a Canadian, and he said it was really tearing him up. He was trying to root for Team USA and then for Canada, so it was tough, but he was happy that Chris's son played very well in the World Juniors.
Again, was drafted by Washington and was in their minor league system at this point.
4 minutes gone by in the third period. Primo got taken down. Fans wanted a call.
I think the fans were reacting to the fact that Yager just kind of threw his arms up and said, "No, I didn't do anything." That was that. You kind of figure he probably did something.
Straka moves in. And offside is Sikora. Nylander bumped.
Take it back, and now watch Yager. He leaves the stick in there just really lightly. Really lightly. He pulls it. He really, again, down at the tag end went the Bruin forward, but Yager throws the arm up, and then the crowd sees his arm go up, and the crowd go, well, he must have done something wrong, but he wasn't really guilty that time, Sam.
Now Moore is on with Sikora and Ruchinski, so a little line changing here by Tom Rennie with Marcel Hossa out, having been injured early in the game. Good hit by Bergeron as he knocked down Pody. Played in front, Strudwick there. There's the zone. Tanabe intercepts. Boston Bruins have not been as high as 2 games under 500 since November 23rd. They are 3 games under starting play tonight, having won their last 2. Rangers, knowing points are very, very important in this Eastern Conference race. Want to get something here in Boston. Thomas made that last save on Ruchinski. Tanabe gave it up. Sikora and Moore. Moore looking, shooting, and it's blocked. Shoots again, saved by Thomas. Moore does like to shoot.
He will shoot
that.
He
He's not bashful.
That's right. That's his first and oftentimes only option.
Leahy shoots wide. Leahy's a Boston native. Puck out of the zone, taken away by Roosevelt. China chased by Niemanen. China and Marcel Hossa will play on the Slovakian Olympic team. Niemanen gets it back to Malik. Here's Roosevelt with a wrist shot blocked by Leahy. Waits and softly slides it into the Rangers zone. 6 minutes gone by in the third. Intercepted. Shot by Fitzgerald high and wide. Bad pass by the Rangers and Fitzgerald there to intercept. But missed way wide. That shot is high off the glass. Malik. Pressure from Fitzgerald. Good forecheck hustle by Tom Fitzgerald. Niemanen in the corner against Lacouture. Moved it around to Malik. Ward took a hit from Fitzgerald. Good shift by Tom Fitzgerald.
Really, this whole shift started with that giveaway of Marek Malik, and that 80-foot pass, cross pass through your own end of the ice, just never got out, and it's just now getting out of the ice. Out of the Rangers' end. I'm sorry, Steve.
Yeah, that pass intended for Straka turns into an icing on the Rangers. 13:15 to go, third period.
On a good back check, Martin Rudzinski's going to force a Bruin turnover. Peter Sikora picks it up. First shot will get blocked, but watch him stay right with it, Sam. Bang. Great shot right there. Good save of the goaltender. Now you throw the puck there. Nothing. Again, good happens. And the Rangers now are on their heels. They chase the puck the whole shift, and it costs them an icing.
Face-off win by Nylander. Played at the side of the net by Roosevelt. Here's Jágr. Malik gets it out to Straka. Gill and Nylander after. Straka takes over. Kasparaitis down low, tipped wide by Nylander. Nylander on here with Jágr and Straka. And out of the zone comes Brad Isbister. Slides it by Tutin. Kasparaitis goes over. Lacouture, excuse me, that's Wayne Primo. Chopped at Kasparaitis. Stick. Here's Isbister coming out in front. Whoa, that hit the post. It hit the far post. Oh, Isbister came awfully close to giving the Bruins the lead.
A couple of ricochets as the final ricochet was off the post, Sam. Stayed out of the Ranger net.
Kept in by Boynton. Tutin moves it around. Up the middle, and finally it's tipped out by Nylander. Rangers have had some trouble getting out of their own zone.
Really good aggressive Bruin forecheck. They're just right on top of the Rangers in the defensive zone.
Here's Moore taking it deep. And may not have hit the post. Now told by the guys downstairs. There's Moore. Jágr. Jágr shoved down by Bergeron. Brudwick back to get it. And he put it in the Rangers bench. 11:44 to go in the third. Tied at 2.
And again, a lot of the Bruins' opportunities, come off a good, strong plays and drives to the net. Isbister right there. That goes off, I believe, Tutin's one of
a skate
in front of the net. I believe it's Tutin's skate that it'll go off of and bounce towards the front of the net. Now again, Isbister, nothing pretty. He's going to throw it to the net, and it's going to hit right there off of Fedor Tutin's skate. See how Fedor Tutin can use his body to keep everybody away from the front of the net. Good job by Tutin.
Shots are even at 24. Goals are even at 2. No scoring here in the third. Rangers scored the first 2 goals of the game. Ward in the first period, Sikora early in the second, and then the Bruins came back to tie it. Marco Sturm and Brad Stewart, 2 former San Jose Sharks. David Tanabe goes past Travis Green, and Malik plays it across. Roosevelt, Lacouture on him. Malik. Ruchinski, Moore, and Ortmeyer. Shot by Ortmeyer, save made by Thomas. Good quick turnaround shot by Ortmeyer. Green. Tanabe broke his stick. And the puck covered by Lundqvist. 11:03 to go.
Jed Ortmeyer again is going to, like we saw Peter Sikora in the second period, he's going to get kind of a spinorama opportunity as he turns around onto his forehand, and watch Thomas's right toe is going to catch this right there. You know, he's got great lower, he really uses his lower body really well. He actually moves in his lower body a lot like Lundqvist. Really good.
Sturm off the takeaway, shot was blocked. Kasparaitis gets it to Pruka, and he lifts it way up and into the crowd. And let's see, will Pruka get a penalty? He lifted it into the crowd. It's a penalty on Pruka. It was in the defensive zone. It went directly into the stands, and a penalty is called on Peter Pruka. It's an automatic. He was in the defensive zone. He tried to clear it out, wanted to lift it up, but he lifted it up into the stands. Bruins get a power play.
It'll be a Bruin power play, and like you said, it's a pretty simple call when you're in the defensive zone, as you mentioned, Sam. And you know, again, he tried to do what he's supposed to do, is chip the puck out, just get it out of the defensive zone. The problem was the chip went over into the stands, and Peter Pruka will now serve a 2-minute delay of the game penalty.
If it skims off the glass and goes into the crowd, it's okay. Right. But directly into the crowd, you can't do it. So here's a big point in the game. Bruins with their 5th power play of the game. They're 1 for 4. Bergeron. Delay of game is the official call. Bergeron is slowed down. Good check, and it's cleared by Nieminen.
Good job by Ville Nieminen as Tooten forced Bergeron to make an extra move, Sam. And, Nieminen was there in the turnover and fired it down.
Stewart with the lead to Sturm. Quickly across to Brad Boyes. Boyes pulls up against Strudwick. Bergeron across to Stewart. Wrist shot. Save with a blocker. Good save by Lundqvist. Ortmeyer, Moore, Pody, and Strudwick on for the Rangers. Sturm winds it around the boards for Bergeron. 4 forwards, 1 defenseman for the Boston power play. Sturm to Boyes. Rangers control. Strudwick sends it down.
Nice job by Strudwick, as that will allow the Rangers to get a change. The Bruins will come quietly up the ice on the power play here.
Under a minute to go in the Boston power play. Pass behind Lacouture. Back comes Malik. Up the boards, Ward. Malik got knocked down in a collision with Ben Walter. Getting to it, Ruchin trying to make a move on Tanabe. Tanabe did a good job to stay with him. On the boards, picked up by Travis Green. Green, who had 2 goals Thursday night in Philadelphia, shoots steered away by Lundqvist. At the point, Urchina. A wrister blocked by Malik. Here's Ortmeyer with Moore. A crisscross. Moore against Tanabe. Moore, shot blocked. 18 seconds to go in the power play.
David Tanabe's been good for the Bruins. Yeah. He's been real good. He's using his legs. He's making things happen. Even in front there, he patiently waited for Dominic Moore. Blocked the shot.
Thomas with the outlet pass to Axelson and brought across by Hal Gill. Worked down the boards, taken away by Kasparaitis. Pruka out of the penalty box. Takeaway by Primo. Shot by Gill. Save, and it's cleared aside by Lundqvist. Taken away from Yager. Isbister can't get to the front of the net. Beat Boynton for a shot blocked. Chip clear by Straka, was taken down, and it's a penalty. It was Nylander who was taken down. Penalty on Boston. Rangers power play coming up.
By keeping his feet moving, Michael Nylander forces the referee to make this call. As you watch him now watch Nylander keep going. Feet going. And now the Bruin defenseman has to impede that forward progress because Michael Nylander kept those feet moving. Ranger power play.
Their 4th of the game. They're 0 for 3. Puck cleared all the way down off a Boston face-off win. Tooten carries the puck. Tooten, Ruchinski, Yager, Straka, and Pruka for the power play. Cross to Pruka. Straka in the corner. Now Pruka takes over. Through to Ruchinski. Down to Yager. Gill and Urchina, Axelson and Green, the penalty killers. Yager missed the net. Around the glass, Ruchinski. Pass Straka to Yager. Yager holds. Pass to Tooten. Open Ruchinski. Whistle. Penalty call on the Rangers.
Peter Pruka is going to get called here for an interference on Hal Gill. He's going to take Gill's feet out as he follows the puck around. The puck is going to move around the outside. And watch 25 right in the middle. Now he's going to get tangled up right there. And you know what it is, Sam? It's that push with the arms. Watch his arms on 25 right there. And as those arms are extended, that forces again the referee to make the call. If Gill backs into him, if he just backs into him and falls over, I think Pruka gets away with it. But it's that little bit of an extension. It's a bit of a nitpicker, but in the meantime, I think it's that last little extension of Pruka's arms that gets him the penalty.
You're probably right there, Dave, but if you're Pruka, you see this large man backing into you, and you just want to stop him a little bit. Say, hold on, big fella.
Well, I think he did, Sam, but it was that last little push that really forced the referee to make the call.
Protecting the defenseman, are you? 4-on-4 hockey. Bruins eventually wind up with a power play. Sikora shot that was stopped by Thomas. It got through. Thomas coming out to cut the angle down, made the save.
I think Brad Stewart may have kind of held it up, as you said, when you said it finally got through. Michael Nylander kind of looking around, wondering what's going on, and Nylander drew the first penalty, and we'll see here as Sikora waits. Again, I think Stewart may have just impeded the progress of the puck to the net, enough so that Thomas was able to make the final save.
I have an Eastern Conference alert. Ottawa is healthy. They're leading Toronto 7-0 in the third period. Jason Spetz has a goal and 2 assists. Daniel Alfredson, 2 goals, 1 assist.
The suicide alert in Toronto went on to code red.
Well, they play again on Monday night. Yager kept it alive. Cody down the board. Straka 4-on-4 here. The game tied at 2. In 30 seconds, Bruins get an extra man. Cody against Travis Green. Played by Green. Bodies fall down. Bruins can break out in an odd man rush. The pass goes through, and Tutin's there to play it.
But Travis Green has been very strong and physical, hasn't he, Sam?
Yes, he has. Very aggressive, especially on Tom Poti. Tutin fakes, moves in, slides it in front. Good play by Thomas. Knocked it away from Jed Ortmeyer. Boynton set to return. Bruins on a power play for 44 seconds. They're 6th of the game. They're 1 for 5. 2-2 the score, 6:25 to go in the third. David Tanabe. Heads up ice. Ortmeyer and Moore with Roosevelt and Malik for the Rangers. Bergeron hit by Malik. Pass blocked by Ortmeyer. Ortmeyer goes after Urchina, chips it up into the crowd. It was deflected by Ortmeyer, and the faceoff stays in the Rangers zone.
Good job by Jed Ortmeyer. We'll take a look here. Watch Malik just kind of pinch off Bergeron. But you see how Bergeron's head's up? His head is up despite getting hit, so he's able to kind of move the puck. So Bergeron, despite the good play by Malik and pinching the body, Bergeron, a good alert play, despite getting hit, makes an offensive play.
Bruins send it deep. Lundqvist slowed it down, almost, and gave it away into the side of the net, and a shot was blocked. Bergeron had an open net, and the shot was blocked, deflected away.
Like better Tutin, and Tutin, I think, may have taken an inadvertent skate on that block as he was over to the bench. Sam.
Teams are back at full strength. Bruins 1 for 6 on the power play in the game. Rangers are 0 for 4. Game tied 2-2 with 5:40 to go. That puck deflects in front. Lundqvist, I thought was going to stop it. Instead, he steered it away, and the Rangers are able to regain possession.
2 miscommunication issues forced Tutin to make a save. The hand pass, Sam.
It stops play, and Lundqvist also with a giveaway behind the net that led to the scoring chance. There's
little
the
nick on the right cheek, and watch now, a little miscommunication that's going to end up. Watch Tutin come across, and there it's Kasparaitis' either right skate. I think it might be his right skate that nicks him as he comes across. But he did a great job. Again, he's gonna get clipped on the right cheek, but watch it, it's just right. And he comes across, and it's right on that collision right there, Sam, that's going to get Feder Tutin. But Tutin did a nice job to react on a it looked like a miscommunication between Kasparaitis and oftentimes the goaltender gets out there. The defenseman has to take charge. The defenseman has to say, leave it alone, I got it. Obviously, not enough communication as we see trainer Jim Ramsey doing his work to get the youngster Feder Tutin stitched up, or the bleeding stops, you can get back out there.
No stitches now by Jim Ramsey.
Sewn up,
might need stitches later on, but just cover it up here.
Exactly.
Get a Band-Aid on it.
Exactly.
5:24 to go in the third period. Bruins and Rangers tied at 2. No scoring here in the third.
Again, in-house here is we once again keep a shot on the medical work going on. They have a clips of Terry O'Reilly and the way he used to play in the Boston Garden, and that just sent about 9 shivers down my spine.
Oh, you remember, huh?
Oh, my God. Oh, the old Garden. I know it was a great place to watch a game, but let me tell you something, folks. It was a terrible place to play. And Terry O'Reilly was one of those guys that used to cruise down the right side. A good, honest, old-time hockey player, Terry O'Reilly. He gets the crowd fired up here.
And the former Rangers assistant coach. Puck deep in the Boston zone. 5:15 to go. Taken away from Gill. Yager. Nylander gets it back to Malik. Now it's Yager. Nylander with Yager and Straka. They've been reunited. Tom Rennie tries to get the Rangers' top offensive line going. Yager double teamed along the boards. Here's Straka. Got a little pick from Nylander. Set up to Yager. Saved by Thomas. That was a good play. And Yager's best chance of the game. Straka got a piece of that pass, and it deflects up into the crowd, stopping play.
But again, the real good, the Bruins defended this really well. They played Yager hard. They played but again, Straka's going to find Yager, and Yager will get a good play. So again, Yager will go to the good area of the ice. Where's the good area of the ice, folks? Right there. And he gets a good shot on Tim Thomas, and he makes the save.
Unfortunately, no one there for the rebound, as there was a big rebound. Moore, Ward, and Pruka together for the Rangers. Here's Pruka moving in, double team, knocked away by Bergeron. Played by Brad Stewart. Off the glass, all the way back.
Feder Tutin back out on the ice after getting fixed up.
Good hit by Bergeron on Kasparaitis. Around the boards, Tanabe pinches in to keep it in. The play by Tutin, he shoved down Boyes, but Boyes recovers the puck. Now it's Bergeron in the corner against Kasparaitis. Brad Boyes, Tutin on him. Puck comes loose, knocked aside, comes to Marco Sturm. Here's Brad Stewart. And a save by Lundqvist on a tough chance. He looked behind him, but he had it in the equipment. 3:53 to go in a 2-2 game.
Persistent forecheck by the Boston Bruins is going to force Henrik Lundqvist to make a save. It didn't look like he saw it all the way or something here, Stan, but nice job right there by Boyes to get the puck over to Sturm, and the shot will be saved by Henrik Lundqvist.
And that was our BMW ultimate save of the game. In the zone, Ruchinski. Ruchinski on with Ruchin and Sikora as Tom Rennie has moved some people around, changed up the lines. Marcel Hossa out of the lineup. And Tom Rennie looking for some offense. A whistle, a penalty called. A high sticking call, and it looks like it's against Boston. It is.
It's going to be against
Tom Fitzgerald. Let's see. No, Travis Green's going off.
And again, an important penalty killer for the Bruins in the penalty box. I'm not sure where the high stick was. In the meantime, late with 3:30 left in the hockey game, a power play situation for the Rangers. That power play has had very, very few moments of glory and opportunity, but really in a tight game, your special teams have to be better, and they're going to get an opportunity on the follow-through. There, Strudwick, there it is. Good job, guys. Great job down below picking that up, because that's exactly what it was. A high stick cross-check. It looks like we're going to get a timeout on the part of the New York Rangers as they'll gather around the coach, and it's probably more, don't you think, Sam, just a time to regroup the big unit and get a rest.
Exactly right, Dave. Rangers power play has scored only 3 goals in the last 9 games, including this one. Now Mike Polino, the assistant coach, has diagrammed what he wants done on this power play. The players around him have checked it out. Tutin, Ruchinski, Yager, Straka, and Pruka for the power play with 3:30 to go in the third period. Travis Green goes for high sticking. Rangers are 0 for 4 on the power play in the game. They need one here. Primo wins the draw. Puck fired down. Nick Boynton with Hal Gill, Wayne Primo, and P.J. Axelson for Boston. Straka fires in. Thomas missed it. Pruka after it. Tied up with Boynton. Straka kicks it to Pruka. Back to Ruchinski, now Tutin. Yager. Gill goes out to him. Across for Ruchinski, but out of the zone.
Again, the pressure of the Bruins on Yager is really forcing Yager to move the puck a little quicker than he probably wanted to do.
And Ruchinski had trouble. Lost his balance, then lost the puck. Tutin's got it. Slides it ahead to Pruka. Straka pressured by Gill. Strong shift by Hal Gill. Now it's Straka with a minute to go in the power play. Pruka off the boards, off the glass, and into the netting. Actually through the netting into the crowd.
That faceoff will come outside now because the puck was advanced by Peter Pruka, but it's almost like the size of the Bruins defense has the smaller Ranger forwards kind of either intimidated, but it's the big reach of Gill and the big reach of Uchina and have not allowed Peter Pruka and Marty Straka to kind of get into those areas where they have to make things happen. So the good, aggressive, long-reaching Boston penalty-killing unit has done a good job shutting down the Ranger power play.
And a face-off win by Primo and a clear down on the scoreboard. Here's one surprise. Washington leading Carolina 3-0 in the second period. Tampa Bay leading Atlanta 2-0 in Atlanta. Tampa Bay needing points to get into playoff position. They could move ahead of Toronto into the number 8 spot. Boston is sitting at number 10, and that's why the points are big for the Bruins. Rangers sitting at number 5, kept in by Pody. Shot by Malik wide. Big rebound cleared aside by Stewart. 22 seconds to go in the power play. Malik couldn't keep it in. Yager brings it back. Sikora. Now Yager. 10 seconds in the power play. Nylander wrapped up by Uchina. Sikora to Pody. Malik to Pody. Now Sikora to Pody for the shot wide. Nylander looking for a tip. Power play is over. Rangers 0 for 5 on the power play in the game. 3 for their last 41 in the last 9 games.
That is, it's overstating the obvious, Sam. That's a difficult thing to overcome if you can't generate offense at those special teams.
Ward double teamed up the board, stopped by Boynton. Bruins keep it in, but it goes past Brad Boyes. Pody plays it. 1 minute to go in regulation time. Bergeron knocked away. Ward's got it. Ward and Ruchin come out. Now it's Gill. Boynton moves it to Boyes. Into the Ranger zone. Lundqvist steers it to Tutin. 40 seconds to go in regulation time. Billy Nieminen didn't get to the red line. That's going to be an icing. And that's a bad play by Billy Nieminen. He needed one more stride to get to the red line. He didn't get there. It's an icing.
That's just on ice awareness that you have to be aware of the situation. Well, watch the Bruins kind of collapse on 68. Peter Sikora does a great job keeping this puck in the offensive zone as Yager spun around, but the Bruins have just not allowed Yager any room. They have played Yager as well as anybody this season.
Big face-off here. Travis Green and Dominic Moore. Moore with Ortmeyer and Nieminen. Rangers did not change any players. Tutin and Kasparaitis. Green with Primo and Isbister. Tanabe and Stewart. 2-2 the score. Kasparaitis. Double team. Moves it to Nieminen. Off the board. Stopped by Tanabe. Around for Isbister. Tutin on him. Now it's Travis Green. Isbister trying to get out in front. Hits the side of the net. Teuton's got it with 15 seconds. On the backhand. Lifts it up. Bounces down in center to Nieminen. Long shot. Oh, tough save. Rebound. Ortmeyer taken out by Green. 3 seconds to go. Here we go to overtime. Rangers get a point on the road in Boston. Tom Rennie wanted a penalty as Ortmeyer was taken down. I think I agree with him.
I think so too, Sam.
No call made. 2-2 heading for OT. This overtime is brought to you by AIG. AIG for insurance, loans, and retirement. AIG.
Let's see, again, a good opportunity here late in the hockey game as the puck gets flipped up, and Nieminen does a nice job corralling it, throws it on the net. And I mentioned about the rebounds that Thomas has given up. That's another one, and a long stretching stop by the Bruins forward, Travis Green, coming back. And this right here is what Tom Rennie, but again, it looks like Ortmeyer was on his way down as Green reached in. But in the meantime, we'll go to 4-on-4 here in overtime at the TD Bank North Garden in Boston, Massachusetts.
We finally got back to the Garden after all of the years of it being the Fleet Center when this new building opened. Now TD Bank North takes over and it's back to the Garden. So the Rangers get a point out of this game, but of course, with the tightness of the race going on in the Eastern Conference, they want 2.
Well, they really do want 2, but particularly with the New Jersey Devils breathing down the Rangers' neck, and the Devils coming in to the Garden, Madison Square Garden tomorrow night. This is it's a point. You take your point, but you'd really like the second point.
Devils got the 2 points today with a shootout win against the Islanders in New Jersey. And now the Rangers and Bruins 4-on-4 hockey. Sudden death, 5 minutes. Henrik Lundqvist.
Coming off a couple of overtime losses, actually. The Rangers are. We haven't had a shootout since the Malik night.
That's right.
And in the meantime, the Boston Garden's crowd is all fired up for 4-on-4 here, Sam.
Yager, Straka, Malik, and Roosevelt for the Rangers. The Bruins have Sturm, Bergeron, Boynton, and Gill. Roosevelt fires for Straka. Down the boards. Gill with Yager on him. Gill's got his right arm wrapped around Yager's stick. Malik knocks it away from Boynton. Sends it back to Roosevelt. Rangers make a change. Kasparaitis comes on. The boards, Isbister on for Boston with Wayne Primo. This is Tanabe for Primo. He's tied up. Good job by Teuton. Tanabe's got it back. Around the boards. Teuton hit by Isbister. Isbister. Strong play out of the corner. Save Lundqvist. Oh, what a play by Brad Isbister. Did he show strength?
Absolutely, and just great persistency using that big body coming out of the corner.
Isbister with a pass, gave it up to Poti. Now Nylander. Nylander with Ward. Nylander moves in and shoots, and it's blocked by Stewart. Minute 15 gone by in overtime. Urchina moves it to Boyes. Boyes plays it to Axelson. Lundqvist watches it roll around the boards. Brad Boyes against Poti. Axelson's got the puck. Poti knocked it away. Boyes has it. Couldn't get a shot off. Now he does. Saved by Lundqvist. Off the glass. Boynton in deep. Now Poti takes over. And reverses around for Jason Ward.
Burns out shooting the Rangers here in the overtime period. Lundqvist has had to make a couple pretty good saves.
Nylander with the puck. Ward and Sikora, the Ranger goal scorers. Sturm and Stewart, the Bruins goal scorers. Over 2 minutes gone by in overtime. In deep, Ruchin against Boynton. Leaves it for Ruchinski out of the corner. Knocked away, batted with a high stick out of the zone. And recovered by Malik. That negates the high stick. And Malik Plays it across to Roosevelt, through him, off the referee. Roosevelt has it back. Ruchin plays it back, gave it away to Stern. Now the shot, tipped by Roosevelt into the crowd. Gill taking the shot. 2:32 to go in overtime.
What we'll see is Mister come out of the corner. Look at him. He fights off. Feder Tooten does a nice job staying with him, but it's just size and strength. Comes out. Lundqvist, doesn't he do a nice job walking across down low? He protects that bottom of the net so well. Good kick save there. The Bruins better opportunity, better scoring chances here in the overtime session, Sam.
2 shots for the Bruins in the overtime, none for the Rangers. 31-28 for the game in favor of the Bruins. Moore and Primo. Primo wins it. Urchina gives it up to Tooten. Chips it off the glass, and Moore comes out. Tooten joins him. Tooten moves in on Stewart. Taken away by Urchina. Around the boards, Brad Stewart chases after. Stewart takes a hit, lifts it ahead. Kasparaitis plays it out. Now Milan Urchina puts it deep into the Ranger zone. 2 minutes remaining in overtime.
This Bruin blue line has been really good. They use their size really well and controlled an awful lot of play in the defensive zone.
Tooten got a little careless in the neutral zone. He has it back. Tooten holds, pass tipped, and once again knocked aside. There's Yager, tied up with Travis Green. Rather with Brad Boyes. Boyes had knocked away by Pody. Yager, good pass to Pody. Pody looking. Pass blocked by Axelson. And he gets knocked off the play by Yager. Rangers passing has not been sharp the latter stages of the game.
It really hasn't been, but I don't think we're giving enough credit. The Bruins have played a fundamentally sound hockey game.
Here's Bergeron. Now Boynton shot off a skate. Knocked down. And the Rangers come out with it. Straka, Nylander down the middle. Good play by Bergeron. Poke checked it out of the zone. 1 minute to go in overtime. Nylander looks. Pass blocked. Nylander again. Off the stick of Thomas. Roosevelt in deep. Roosevelt to Nylander. Nylander to Roosevelt. Straka's open in front. Roosevelt's backhand was blocked by the defenseman, Brad Stewart. 40 seconds to go in overtime. Straka to Nylander. Out to Malik. Fakes the shot. Moves around Stern. Moves down. Malik around the net. Looking. Pass blocked by Bergeron. Now across to Straka. He looks and shoots. Saved by Thomas.
Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff all the way around, really.
That Bergeron played well in his own zone.
Own zone, and again, pretty good stuff by the Rangers. Malik looking. He's going to find Straka, and again, Straka's going to kind of throw the body with the body kind of fake snapper. So he fakes, and watch Bergeron come back right here. This is Bergeron all the way back to poke the puck off of Straka on a 4-on-4. That was basically a 2-on-3. And Bergeron, the first guy, the only guy coming back for the Bruins to make the fourth guy, as the Bruins will call a timeout and kind of regroup here with 20 and a half seconds left in the overtime session. But Bergeron really is a good player and showed his determination really by coming back, Sam, in a 4-on-4 situation to take the puck from Martin Straka.
Mike Sullivan diagramming things for his Bruins as he called the timeout. 20.5 seconds remaining in overtime.
Two kind of giveaways have cost the Bruins in their own end of the ice. But they have taken a lot of the lanes and ice areas away from the Rangers in their own end of the ice, aside from those 2 mistakes. This Bruin blue line, which we've alluded to, the size of it has been big and played big and made the ice small for the Rangers in the offensive zone.
Ruchin and Bergeron for the faceoff. Ruchin, Ruchinski, Tooten, and Pody for the Rangers. Bruins control. Stewart fires it around. Sturm gets to it off his stick, taken away by Ruchinski. Tooten to Ruchinski. 12 seconds to go in overtime. Across to Pody. Off the boards into the Boston zone. 5 seconds to go in overtime. Ruchin fires toward the net wide. This one goes to a shootout.
Well, here we go, folks. Last Saturday at the Garden, last Saturday afternoon, the Bruins would lose in a shootout to a tremendous goal.
Bruins are the only team in the NHL to not win in a shootout this season. And as you mentioned earlier, Dave, this is the Rangers' first shootout since that eventful Saturday night at Madison Square Garden when Marek Malik give it a shot here.
The crowd, needless to say,
Here we go. Yes.
Oh, Malik beating Oli the goalie.
And again,
in the 15th round of the shootout.
Well, that was a lot of fun, and really, Malik, that was a lot of fun. That's where the innocence of hockey becomes really innocent. But in the meantime, we're back here in Boston, and hoping it doesn't go 15, but hoping for the same result.
You heard the voice of one of the greatest, the boxing legend, legendary announcer, Don Dunphy, because MSG did a feature on that, with comparing it to a heavyweight bout going 15 rounds, and to hear the great voice of Don Dunphy. There it is, the 15th round, and it was Marek Malik. So now it's Tim Thomas in, I guess,
it is his first
shootout.
Shootout. He was second. No, he was in the net last Saturday against Dallas when the Dallas forward Jokinen.
Yes, UC Jokinen
made a tremendous Peter Forsberg type goal to win the game in a shootout for Dallas. In the meantime, I talked to Thomas today, and he really impressed me with, you know, he's been around. He was in Finland for better parts of 4 seasons, and he's almost like a kid that, you know, a guy that's just, you know, living the life, living the dream, you know. And now he's got his second shootout and 4 starts in the National Hockey League.
He's waited a long time to get his chance. Henrik Lundqvist has played well. Rangers are 4-1 in shootouts this season, 2-0 on the road. Bruins are 0-3 in shootouts this season, 0-2 at home. 3 shooters apiece.
Looks like the way the bodies are positioned on the bench that Jaromir Jagr is going to bat leadoff for the Rangers here.
Road team goes first, and Jagr does come out.
Crowd on its feet, booing Jaromir Jagr, which is appropriate. He's the visiting shooter. He's going to lead us off here, Sam.
Jagr waiting for the okay from the officials. And here we go. Jagr against Tim Thomas. First man in the shootout. Jagr scores.
Now again, Thomas is going to come aggressively out, and that's his style. He's a very active goaltender. He'll come out quickly, but Jagr is going to do his move, and I'm not sure that he didn't quite lose this into the middle of the net, because if you look at that stick, it looks like he wants to go up top. Look at his stick tipped up higher. I think he lost off the heel through the 5-hole. That stick was laid open, looked like he wanted to go high. 1-0 Rangers.
Brad Boyes for Boston. Boyes against Lundqvist. Save Lundqvist. 1-0 Rangers after the first round.
And Henrik Lundqvist is going to give that little old boy, I need to say with that his glove, but watch his feet. He very seldom will he get beat wide with it. Quick feet. Quick feet, just got it right down. He's going to get his left pad set. What's going to hit at the puck? Good save, Henrik Lundqvist.
Michael Nylander is up for the Rangers. Number 2. Nylander comes in slowly, now picks up speed, and it slid off his stick.
That's exactly right, Sam. It slides off his stick as he picked up speed. He starts out slow, and watch the quick little movements here, but he's going to out-quick himself off the stick. It's that one, backhand move. Watch, it'll come off the backhand part of his stick. And again, the goaltender did a nice job covering the bottom part of the net, but that puck just rolls off the backhand part of Michael Nylander's stick.
And now it's Marco Sturm for Boston. Second round. Saved by Lundqvist.
Boy, he is calm back there, Lundqvist. There's not a whole lot of access movement on the part of Henrik Lundqvist.
And take another look.
But again, watch. He just holds his position. It's like in the first one, he sets his position, and there's very little movement. Very little movement by Henrik Lundqvist.
And now Peter Pruka can win it for the Rangers, who lead 1-0. This is the third round. If Pruka scores, it's over. Pruka with speed. Hits the outside of the net.
Boy, he had him beat too, Sam. He had him flat out beat and just ran out of a little room. He hits the side of the net here. He comes in. Watch him pick up his speed. Now he goes. He's going now. He's got him beat. Flat out beat. Couldn't get it upstairs. Had lots of room. Didn't go upstairs. Peter Pruka.
Now Bergeron must score to keep Boston alive. Bergeron against Lundqvist. Scores!
Great move. Great move. What you want to do is make the goaltender move first. Henrik Lundqvist does not move first. The first 2 times he moves right there. A great kind of, patient into the 5-0. Right when he was on top of the goaltender, you knew he was in control. Good job by Bergeron. All tied up here. We're in sudden death of the shootout.
1-1 in the shootout. Marty Ruchinski comes on. Wants a different stick.
Gonna go to his shootout stick, I suppose.
All right.
Marty Ruchinski, one of the few guys, Sam, that still uses a wooden stick.
Ruchinski moves in. Nice move, save by Thomas. Boy, did he spread eagle on that one. Great save.
You know what happens when you run out of room on an offensive penalty shot? The odds are in the goaltender's favor. He runs out of room here and doesn't have room enough to get it up high. So when you run out of room, the goaltender takes away the bottom part of the net.
Swedish teammates. Axelsson against Lundqvist. Axelsson to try and win it. Saved by Lundqvist. And it stays tied.
He's going to go on the backhand here, and he's going to be the first guy that's going to go high. But again, glove in right position. Why does it hit the glove? Because the glove's in the right position. Look at that glove up high there, right there. And what's in it now? The puck. Here we go again with Marty Straka.
Round 5, Straka. Good save with a right pad. A beautiful save by Thomas Straka. No deke. He just fired it. And it remains 1-1. And Boston will have another chance to win it.
Now watch him fire out the right leg. This little right leg is going to get fired out right there. Did a kick with that right leg, Sam. Again, Straka's up, puck rolling, gets it to Selin. Bing! Out goes the right leg.
Ben Walter moving in on Lundqvist. And a save by Lundqvist. And it remains 1-1 through 5 rounds.
Now we got Peter Sikora. We're going to see him. And again, Ben Walter will come right deep, go to the forehand. No room there, folks. Henrik Lundqvist shuts everything down off the forehand attempt by Ryan Walter's son, Ben.
6th round of the shootout. Sikora, first time in the shootout for the Rangers. Moves in on Thomas. The backhander is in. Peter Sikora with a beauty. And the Rangers lead 2-1 in the shootout.
Watch how quickly this puck goes off his stick. He comes in and he gets it over. Now it's gone. The goaltender had no chance to react. It went so quickly off the backhand part of his blade. What? Down he comes now. Backhand gone. Top shelf, over the glove.
Brad Isbister for Boston. Here it is. Save Lundqvist. Rangers win.
Henrik Lundqvist does what he's supposed to do. Stops the puck. Peter Sikora does what he's supposed to do and scores, and the Rangers are going to get that extra point. Sam, that was fun.
Wow. 6 rounds. Rangers win 2-1 in the shootout and beat the Boston Bruins 3-2. Another tremendous performance by Henrik Lundqvist. And the Rangers come up big in the
really
shootout.
Did.
They're 5-1 in the shootout.
Yeah, and the coaching staff likes their chances when they get to a shootout. They like it again tonight.
The Oppenheimer Team Contributor Award goes to Henrik Lundqvist, who made 29 saves in the game for his 19th win. Oppenheimer funds the right way to invest.
Well, again, this is going to be his Bister, and he'll come in and really minimal movement. And the time he got out, watched again. He gets set, and there's nothing moving. He doesn't bite on a fake, and he's going to take it off the left shoulder. left shoulder kind of chest area. Henrik Lundqvist, great job. Great job. And in a shootout, the Rangers win again. And as I was saying, the coaching staff loves their chances when it gets to a shootout.
Yes, they do. They are 5-1, 3-0 on the road. The Rangers pick up 2 points. They now have 61 points on the season. We'll be right back. Rangers win in a shootout. They've won 2 in a row, have 61 points on the season. The goal of the game is brought to you by Bud Light. Smooth and refreshing Bud Light. Great taste, great times. Great goal by Peter Sikora.
Great goal. Really quick off his backhand. I think that was the key. Thomas never got time to set up. So quick when he gets it to his backhand, and upstairs she went. And why don't we talk to Peter Sikora, huh, Sam?
Sounds good. John Giannone, you got him.
All right, gentlemen, thanks. A goal in regulation and then the goal in the shootout. I wonder, when you haven't been in a shootout in a while, as you haven't, do you guys practice that kind of stuff before or after, during practice?
You know what, like during the game there is no time to do those moves, so in a practice even a little slower pace you try to work on those moves, and I didn't really think about that I'm gonna do it. I just kind of happened. I just went to the net, look at the goalie and see what was open, and I put it on my back and I scored. So, but in a practice sometimes when you have time you try to work on those.
Yeah, you seem to be really enjoying yourself in this sweater. 2 big points here, but now you got to turn your attention to a team you know very well, and a team I'm sure you've paid attention to what they've done, the Devils.
You know what, it's going to be a huge challenge for our team tomorrow. That team we play against, they won I think 9 in a row right now, or 10, and they really flying out there, especially when Patty came back. And for us, we won 2 in a row. We want to keep it going. It's going to be in MSG, my first game against my former team as a New York Ranger. So I'm very excited about that, and all I want to do is just win a hockey game tomorrow.
How much confidence do you have when you're sitting on the bench during the shootout and you know Henrik Lundqvist is in your goal?
You know what, it's not only the shootouts, it's the whole game. It kind of reminds me like I had that feeling with Marty, and he's as good. He's playing great for his team, and he's one of the biggest part of the success we have here.
Peter, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
As good as Marty, that's some rave, Sam.
And a new haircut, John, by Peter Sikora. Well, the hair wins. Rangers win in a shootout 3-2 over the Bruins. They're 2-0 against Boston this season. Don't forget, tomorrow night on MSG, 6:30, Hyundai Rangers game night, 7 o'clock, Rangers and the Devils. What a showdown that'll be. Our producer, Joe Whalen, director, Bob Lewis, associate director, Jeff Strauss, and our graphics coordinator, Steve Daly. For Dave Maloney, who filled in admirably for John Davidson and John Giannone, this is Sam Rosen. Rangers win 3-2 in a shootout. Good night, everyone.